you guys are just tuning in, we're getting ready to go live, or get into the race, actually, I should say. Alright, what's up, guys? Waiting to go live right now. Hold on, guys. Alright, what's up, guys? Getting ready to go tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and it's within season 6. We have a what's up, Joel? Thanks for tuning in. So season 6, week 3 tonight, Charlotte Motor Speedway. Gonna be 15 guys out there. I think it's gonna be a good race, but my race winner prediction tonight, I'm going with K Rainey. So I'm picking tonight. So let's get the headset out. And why don't we go interview somebody really quick if we can. Let's try to interview somebody. Let's get an interview with Kay Rainey if we can. We'll try to. Rainey, can you hear me?
Sir.
I want to get an interview with you really quick. Hold on. If I can get this up. Give me a second. Alright, here we go. So, Rainey, you know last time when we went to Charlotte Motor Speedway, you dominated this race. So, going into tonight, are you excited for Charlotte Motor Speedway?
Always. This is, I told Deeds either last week or this week would be my best chance of winning due to the schedules not favoring me as much as I wanted it to. But, so yeah, we're looking forward to tonight. I mean, all three of us are going to be pretty fast. So, just hopefully we can all just get top 10 so we can maintain a points lead.
Well, this is probably one of your best tracks if I had to guess. But with the competition this year, you were kind of saying it right there about how this could be one of your best chances to win. With the competition being so high this year, is it a little more stress knowing that there's a chance you only get one win and this could be it?
Yeah, but then again, if you watched the Vegas race last year, I was nowhere to be found the whole race until the end of the race, and then I'm there fighting for the win. So it just really depends. I might have a horrible race tonight, depending on how the costings fall, or you know pit and get trapped a lap down, 2 laps down, So it just all depends on how the race goes.
All right, well, good luck tonight. I don't know if you're going to dominate like you did last time at this race with the competition, but you sure can win it, so we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, man. It's gonna be a fuel race, so we'll see what happens.
All right. That's K Rainey, guys. Let's try to interview somebody else if we can really quick. Let's go get an interview with Ian Shotgun if he can. Shotgun, you got a copy?
Yep, got you.
Well, Shotgun, tonight we're going to Charlotte Motor Speedway, and I don't know. I think I might have seen you run here on a Saturday night. I'm not positive, but it's going to be your first Charlotte race in the actual In It to Win It season. So, are you good at this track?
I mean, if I'm being honest, no, I suck here. I'm not good here, but we'll figure it out as we go.
Well, hopefully you will. I mean, K Rainey. Last time we were here, he dominated the race. You think you got anything for Rainey tonight? If you can figure it out.
I think so. I think I've got pace. Honestly, it's just I tend to make a lot of mistakes here. Little mistakes, not big mistakes, just little mistakes, and the little mistakes add up. So we'll figure it out as we go, and hopefully bring home a good finish. Maybe be in contention for the win here later on tonight.
Would you say that you are hoping more for green flag runs or some cautions to be in here?
Honestly, I'd hope for some green flag laps just so I can get in a rhythm and try and learn the track. Yeah, my experience here is, at least recently, is limited. So I need and would like the green flag laps so I can get some laps, get some experience for later on in the race when you're going to need it.
All right, well, see what happens tonight. Good luck. There's 14 other guys out there that are going to be trying to win this thing along with you. So see if you can win it tonight. You won last week. We'll see if you can keep that streak alive.
All right, I appreciate you.
All right. That's Ian Shotgun we were just getting the interview with right there, guys. And give me a second really quick. So, let's see who else we got in here. If we want to interview anyone, let's interview Duramax99. Or 99. Duramax, I meant. Duramax, you got a copy? Well,
Yeah, what's up?
I know you raced the race last week, but this is gonna be your first race as a actual starting driver in it to win it, racing for Gibbs tonight. Are you excited to get ready and get out there for the Gibbs guys?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited.
Well, are you gonna get it, Charlotte? What'd you say?
I'll say I get top 5, hopefully.
All right, well, I think Gibbs is pretty far back in points tonight, so are you more focused on a win tonight or just getting good finishes?
I'm just more focused on helping the team.
All right, well, we'll see what you can do tonight. Good luck. I think Gibbs made a good investment in getting you. We'll see what you can do tonight.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, here's some previous interviews. Jake says I'm down if you want to join the booth, Jake. You want to get in a party or Discord? We can do Xbox Party or Discord. It doesn't matter to me. I'll let you choose. Alright. I'll invite you to a party. You can join whenever you are ready. There's closing now. He's going to be joining us in the booth tonight, guys. Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, you got me?
Gotcha. So closing now is going to be joining us in the booth tonight, guys. You'll probably just hear me calling him Jake because, closing soon is who I call closing. So, if I'm saying Jake tonight, it's closing now, guys. But, Are you excited to call your first race tonight, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, it should be a lot of fun. I know a lot of these guys, so Charlotte's a really good track. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we've had some drivers in the booth with us before. I think we've had Gridlock for part of a race before. I think Deeds might have been in here. Ribs has been in here. Nervous Wreck, and now we got Closing Now in here with us tonight. So just adding to the collection, and we'll see what happens tonight. It's going to be exciting here at Charlotte, but I do expect there to be some green flag runs and this thing gets scattered out, Last time Kerry dominated, but who do you think wins this thing tonight?
I might be a little biased, but I'm gonna have to go with Closing Soon. He's just good at every track he goes to, and I think he's due, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be tough to get a win this season. I don't think drivers will be getting a lot of wins, so one win you're in. So Closing Soon, maybe he can get it done tonight. I'm going with K Rainey tonight, though.
Good pick.
Last time we seen him here, he absolutely dominated. I believe you might have been in that race last time we seen him at Charlotte in the Cup Series. So we'll see if he can do the same tonight.
No.
I talked to Rainey, I talked to Shotgun, and Durmax pre-race. So Durmax went to Gibbs. I think he came from, what was it? I want to say Trackhouse, yeah. He came from Trackhouse. So do you think him going to Gibbs, you think that's a good pickup?
Yeah, I think that's a really good pickup for that team. They were looking for a third guy, consistent third guy, and Durmax is gonna deliver consistent top 8 performances, which is what they need. And he's kind of a veteran, so he brings that to the team as well. He can help with adjustments and stuff like that. So I think it's a really good pickup for them.
All right, so we'll see what happens. Maybe Durmax comes out and wins this thing tonight. He said he's going for a top 5 and he wants to help the team, so see what he can do tonight. But they're getting ready to qualify, guys, so we'll wait for them to do that. Unless they're already qualifying, I don't even know. We'll see what happens tonight. All right, so it's gonna be the longest race of the season tonight. So
200 laps.
Yeah, it's
Should be a good one.
Kind of partner because 50% Charlotte. That's 300 miles. It's gonna be a long one tonight.
Yep. Maybe we see a first-time winner tonight.
I hope. Honestly, we've seen 2 so far. We've seen 2 first-time winners this season, but you mean like a first-time winner, like maybe a rookie or someone wins it,
Yeah.
I think Tenacious I think he can have a good shot at it tonight because Trackhouse.
Yeah, and Tenacious, I like him. Really good driver.
Trackhouse has been on a good roll, winning the first 2 races of the season. I think Tenacious could be the third and finish out the Trackhouse winners. So
that'd be huge for them. That'd give them a good boost.
Oh yeah. So you're a backup driver for Richard Childress, and I'm not sure how they're doing the points right now, but
not the greatest, but it's only 2 races in. Give them a little bit of time. I still think they're trying to figure things out, and I think last week was a little bit unlucky for them. They're running up front, but we'll see what happens tonight. I think they'll do well tonight.
Well, you are a backup driver there, so do you think if you do appear in a race this season, which I don't know, do you think you'll appear in a race this season?
Yeah, I think I will. I mean, I talked to Nervous about. I think he maybe in the beginning of August. I'll probably be in a race or a couple, so I'll definitely be in the car.
What race would you look most forward to racing in this year?
Honestly, I'm gonna say any race. I want to drive. I mean, any race I can get into, I'd be happy to drive.
I was gonna guess Las Vegas because you had a good car last year at Las Vegas, correct? In the practice.
Yeah, I like Vegas. Any cookie cutter, I'd be like if you I mean, I know Michigan's not really a cookie cutter, but like Michigan, any just big oval or like.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like ISM. I think's next week. Phoenix. Actually, Phoenix is next week. I wouldn't like that. I would not be good there. But
yeah, Phoenix. We got Phoenix and Las Vegas, then Indianapolis, the oval, not the road course. So, but taking the championship back to Homestead this year. Last time we went to Homestead, Dirty Deeds was the champion. Last time we went to Homestead in the championship, Deeds was the champion. We'll see if he can get to that championship this year. I mean, he was close 2 weeks ago. Deeds hasn't won a race in a long time. See if he can get that soon. But
Yeah, I was thinking about the Deeds is definitely due for a win.
yeah.
He's had some very unlucky stints, and he's been very close multiple times. I mean, it could be tonight, but I think he's due definitely soon.
Yeah, I mean, we gave him an award last year for the best driver without a win. So, I mean, I don't know if he likes that award or not because he wants a win, but he got it. But we'll see if he can get a win here soon. I mean, there's been times where I got excited thinking Deeds was going to win. I mean, I remember, I think it was season 4. I think it was, I don't know what track it was. It was towards the end of the season. It was Auto Club, I believe. He was doing really good there. Or it was Homestead. He was doing really good at Homestead in the lead, maybe, having a good chance at winning that thing, and he ended up lagging out. And then I had a
Yep,
chance
and then
to
also
win.
I think it was what track was it? I don't know. It's a big oval, and he was up front.
Las
No,
Vegas,
was it Vegas?
where he
Okay,
lagged
yeah, I
out.
think yeah, you're right. You're right. It was Vegas.
Yeah, and he
I
lagged out there.
he definitely should have won that race.
Yeah, he had a really good shot at it. I believe he was in the lead, I believe. But I'm not positive on that. But, I mean, we're getting ready to go here. I hope they started qualifying. Who knows? They probably have to wait for somebody.
They did. I was in the
Yeah.
party when they were doing it. So.
Yeah,
It should be kicking off here in a second.
yeah, we never end up actually going at 10 o'clock. It's always, like, way later than 10 o'clock. So, tonight's going to be... This race is going to be done really late tonight with how it's looking right now. It's probably going to be around an hour and a half, the race is. Maybe more than that. But we'll see what happens. I'm hoping to see some action tonight.
There's going to be a lot of action. This is a very good track for racing, and there's a lot of people in here capable of winning this. So I think the racing you're going to see tonight is going to be. You're going to see people be aggressive. I know it's only the third race in the season, but I think people are starting to realize that winning this year is not going to be easy.
Well,
The
so I think
competition's only getting harder.
that Charlotte. I heard somebody say it earlier this week. Like, Charlotte, it's a Is it kind of tough to pass here? You gotta like pass a certain line. Is it tough?
Yeah, it can't. It definitely is kind of hard to pass here, but there are kind of two grooves. I mean, you're gonna see a lot of people run the bottom or like the middle. You can definitely pass here though. I mean, it might be a little difficult, but
Being
might see the
completely
bumper
honest
come into
here.
play.
Being completely honest here. Do you think people will try to get aggressive really early in this race and just be really aggressive throughout the whole race? Because I mean, earlier you might want to be a little bit passive. There's some damage on and stuff, but track position also matters. So do you expect early aggressiveness?
Um, I mean they know it's a long race, 200 laps, and there will definitely be some cautions. If I was in the race, I'd just feel out my car first a little bit, see how it's going. But I think you're gonna see some aggressive people in the beginning. I mean, you always do. But if they were smart, they would try to make friends on the track and not run people over. But you'll definitely see it.
I feel like sometimes a strategy with the damage on could be to just try to lay off for a little bit towards the back, maybe
Yep.
to not get damaged, then be there later. But at the same time, I'm not sure because you can repair the damage.
Damage this season is big because if you are running somebody over, they're gonna pay that back to you, and you're gonna be in the back. So track position is huge here. So and I just think it's smarter to be patient in the beginning. Maybe for the first 50 to 100 laps because it's a long race. So
And
I mean that's my take.
something to look out for tonight, maybe, probably not, because it's kind of underrated. But last night, at the end of the Saturday night shootout, I don't know if Tenacious was mad about it or if they talked it out. But on the last lap, on the final straightaway, Austin Dillon, he started bumping Tenacious a lot. Like, it looked pretty intentional to me, but I'm not sure if it was. But he was bumping him a lot right there, so we'll see if Tenacious tries to get him back a little bit tonight. Not sure. It was just a
Something to look
Saturday night
forward to.
shootout, so.
Good to know.
So, the starting order tonight is first place is going to go to ENEA Shotgun. Second place is not showing up on the screen, so I'm not sure. Third place, Tenacious. Fourth place is Asylums. Fifth place, Closing Soon. Sixth place, Fifth Constant. Seventh place, Duramax. Eighth place, Dirty Deeds. Ninth place, Gridlock. 10th place, I don't know. 11th place, Annihilator. He's back. 12th place, not sure. 13th place Rebel Boy. And then the last two, I'm not sure. But Annihilator is back tonight, by the way, guys. And Duramax will be driving that 19 car tonight. He is he got put into Gibbs. Anything new tonight? I don't think there's any new drivers. Fry Dog's actually back in the 47 car tonight, and Tenacious is back tonight. So we'll see what Tenacious can do, not being here last week. There's gonna be.
All right, I think they're about.
Think they're about to go. You say? We're gonna send it down to the intro, guys. Hopefully we have this timed up right, but they're gonna be getting ready to go here soon. So we're gonna send it down to the intro, and we will see you guys down on the track. Incredible season is past us. We had tempers.
Lane racing me like a.
Yeah, my bad.
Yes, I am.
We had excitement. Constant trying to get to Rainey as they come out of 4. Fifth on the outside is going to get to Rainey's door. And it's going to be finish of the year. Oh my gosh, who won it? Who won it? Fifth Constant, I think, brings it home. We had disappointment.
But
We had happiness.
the 11 is always going to be at the front, so you're just going to have to deal with it. Just going to have to make do. Because I'm
And we had a champion. Coming out of turn 4.
It's not over yet, but yes!
Onto the straightaway. Fifth Constant
Champions,
is your
baby.
season 5 champion. The 11 car takes it to victory lane. Now it's the start of a new season. So will Fifth Constant protect his championship this season, or will there be a new champion crowned and in it to win it? There has been 3 extra drivers added to the field this season. There are 2 extra teams added this season, meaning the competition is going to rise. So drivers, be ready to race the hardest you've ever raced. And I have a question, drivers. Are you in it to win it? Well, I guess we're going to find out this season. Season 6 starts here. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Independent Racing Series race tonight at Charlotte. 200 lap race tonight, 300 miles, the Coke 600 race. We are still in the lobby, waiting for this thing to start. They haven't invited us yet, so I mistimed my intro a little bit, but we are joined by Closing Now tonight. So, what's up, Closing?
What's going on?
We're gonna.
Super excited for this race. Should be a good one.
Yep, we're getting ready to go here, guys. They're about to invite us, hopefully. I don't know what's taking them so long tonight, but hopefully this is an exciting race tonight. Closing Now, he said his pick is closing soon tonight. No bias, though, you know. He said it might be a little biased. And then my pick tonight is K. Rainey because of what he did here last time we came to this track. We'll see what he can do this time. Yeah, I just got the invite, but... Alright, they're not unpaused yet, though, so... Or they just unpaused, so...
And about halfway through the race, I'm going to do a one to watch because I might get surprised here. So
yeah, I usually do a one.
About 100 laps in.
I usually do a one to watch around like 30 laps to go. So we'll see. Like last night, I think my one to watch, my pick was Deeds, and my one to watch, I forget, ended up being J. Cole, that guy. What's up, Guns and
See
Collins?
its strategy plays into this race, and this could come down to fuel mileage.
Yep.
It's not.
That's what Rainey said. It's gonna be a lot about fuel mileage tonight. All right, so you can take the invite now. All right, so now we're in the race. Go on, do not disturb. And we are loading in. 200 miles. It's gonna be a long one. I want to go ahead and actually, I'm gonna write this down. So give me a second. All right. I want to know, how many cautions do you think there will be tonight?
200 laps, 15 cars. I'm gonna go with 4.
I'm gonna go with a solid. Alright, so I was gonna go 8, But since you went so low, I'm going to go with a solid 6.
Alright.
So, let me get my notes out. Alright, we are in the race, guys. Are you loaded in?
Yep.
Alright, well, they're getting ready to go green here. E&A shotgun on the pole with K. Rainey on the outside. My race prediction winner tonight. Green flag is out here. We'll see what happens. I think Stuart Haas second in points right now. Trackhouse first, and they both have a car first and second right now as we are on lap 1 of 200 here. Fifth Constant already looking outside right there. I don't know if he gained a position already or what, but K. Rainey's already lost 2 positions there on the outside. So what lane would you say is going to be more dominant here tonight?
I think it's wherever the cars are. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if they're running normal or low draft, but I think you're going to see whichever line has the most cars is going to be most dominant.
Well, I know you think that line. I would say, I mean, you're the driver, so you know more about it. I'm going to say the low line will be more dominant, but I would trust the driver more, guys. So whatever lane has the most cars in it, we're going to see a lot from. But I think it is low draft tonight.
Which obviously, I think the low line will be better. But if you see a lot of people start stacking on the top, I mean, you're going to get ran over.
All right, you see Closing Soon already in second place, trying to chase down E&A Shotgun, former teammate last year. The Penske
Can you
champions.
send me another invite?
Oh, yeah, I'll get you. Fifth Constant up to 5th place right now, right behind Asylums. Asylums, second place runner-up last week. Final lap, he finished second, but a caution came out, so who knows if he would have finished first if they went to the finish. But both races so far this season have been a Trackhouse driver winning on a last lap caution. So we'll see what happens this week. Will it come down to a last lap caution? Because I know these races tend to come down to some cautions within like the last 30 laps or something, or late in the race. Caution will come
And
down.
I think a lot of these people discuss that. A lot of these guys have already practiced their short run setup, so if it does come down to a green white checker, you're going to see a lot of speed and a lot of guys being aggressive.
And you know, the strategy, I feel like here in it to win it with how racing. Oh, Fifth Constant, huge lag spike there. He fell back 2 positions. Fifth
Rainey in the
Constant,
wall.
Rainey in the wall. Fifth Constant around.
Duramax,
Big
everybody
wreck.
around.
The 14 car round along with some other guys. I think that was all from Fifth Constant lagging right there. So
A lot of damage.
yeah, it's going to be some bad damage for Dirty Deeds. He was involved in that. K. Rainey with really bad rear end damage right there. You can see it's going to hurt him here early. Fifth Constant with some bad damage. Let's take a look at what just happened there. I think that all brewed up because of some lag. But we're looking Duramax in that 19 car right here is who we're looking at. And then Fifth Constant just lagged really hard right there. Fell back 2 positions. And then I think he just lag punched into Rainey, which got him around right there. So early caution here. That's caution number 1 of the night.
How they like it. Should be interesting pretty early.
You could expect right here some guys might try to stay out and take the lead, but I'm not sure. It really just depends. Nope, nobody's going to. You know, if it was Fifth Constant that didn't wreck right there, he would have stayed out and got some track position right there. We've seen that happen from him before. But green flag coming back out here. So early caution. Oh, Shotgun gets a really bad restart. Closing Soon just blew right by him. Shotgun with a horrible restart. Don't know what happened there. But Closing Soon, your race prediction tonight is in the lead, which still plenty of racing to go. But some guys had to repair some damage right there. But I'm not sure exactly how this works. Do you know when you get damaged, and you repair it, is there still like a little bit of aero losing from that car?
No, I don't think so. I mean, the car will still, like, in the game, there's still, like, you'll see damage, but it's all fixed. I think if you get it repaired, it's all fine. Like, it doesn't affect your car.
One good thing about spectating, it's probably different from the driver's standpoint, but when you're spectating, if they repair their damage and a caution comes out, then there's no more damage after the caution, so that's the good thing. Dirty Deeds, he's trying to gain some position back. What are you saying?
A lot of these guys running the top and the middle right now, and they diamond into the corner to the bottom. You're going to see a lot of that.
Yeah, Shotgun. I just don't know what happened on that restart to him. You know, Shotgun, he did say pre-race, he said he's not very good at this track, but his problem is he makes a lot of little mistakes here. So We'll see if he can minimize those mistakes and maybe get that car to victory lane tonight. Dirty D's making a lot of positions here after being in that wreck just a little bit ago, and we see Durmax behind him right now trying to show that he was a good pickup for Gibbs here tonight. Austin Dillon running up there. You know, we've seen Austin Dillon have some good runs this season so far, and towards the end of last season he was getting some good runs. See what he can do here tonight in that 10 car. And, you know, I said K. Rainey's going to win this, and you said it was a good pick. Seeing him with that early wreck right there, you think he still has a good shot at this thing? Would you say he's still one of the favorites?
Yeah, I definitely would. K. Rainey always finds his way back up to the front. It's just going to be a little bit. I mean, 200 laps. I think there'll be another caution. You just got to play it smart and just hold in there right now.
Yeah, he's already making his way back up, along with fifth Constant, who's actually already back up to fourth place, trying to pass Closing Soon right now. You know, we like to see some Closing Soon and fifth Constant side-by-side action.
Yep.
I think it's cooled down a little bit throughout last season, but we'll see what happens.
A lot of history there.
Oh,
a lot of history.
These two have had their beating and banging moments. You know, Penske versus fifth Constant also. I know Penske's not a team this year, but plenty of moments between them, and it was perfect. It was exciting for us, though. Gridlock up there, making his way up through there. Gridlock so far, he's at a pretty
Pack is
solid
starting to
season.
slow down.
Pack is.
Yeah, Pack is starting to slow down. It's single file right now. Probably going to see a lot of that all night, but honestly, yeah, they're starting to branch out now. You're going to see a lot of people get shuffled out here.
As Gridlock
If you get shuffled out to the top. Yeah.
So that just happened to Gridlock right there, what you were just saying. Fifth Constant's going to get that spot below him here. It's a little early still, but I say, why don't we try to find someone to ride along with? Who should we ride along with? Gridlock in the wall.
Yeah, Gridlock on the wall. I don't know if it has any damage from that or not. Going to slide back in.
Probably up a little bit, but I'm going to go right along with Austin Dillon right here. Give me a second real quick. Get Austin Dillon. He's in the pack right now. So let's get to him. You guys can see. Let's find his car, though. There he is. Right behind Innie is Shotgun right now. He is behind fifth Constant. And then look at Durmax back there side by side with Deeds trying to get that spot on him.
Yep.
So I think that's K. Rainey right behind Deeds. So Stuart Haas, we'll see if they can try to gain in on Trackhouse tonight in points. And some teams that really need a big boost tonight, it would be Childress and Ribs. Team Gibbs.
Stuart Haas looked strong early. They look good.
Yeah, Stuart Haas, I mean, they've had a really good season so far. Last week, I think it was last week, they were looking like they could have finished like 1, 2, 3 or something, but then ended up having some late race incidents where they ended up falling towards the back, I believe. We've seen that before.
Side by side for the lead. See if he can make it work on the bottom.
We got Closing Soon going at it with, is that Tenacious up there? I can't see.
Yep.
Closing Soon's going to get it on the bottom
He gets
lane.
a pass.
Closing Soon back to the lead here. Austin Dillon falling back a little bit, trying to run that high line. Not working. Oh, some contact here. Fifth Constant up in the wall.
Oh.
Durmax in the wall. That's two Gibbs cars getting
come out.
shuffled out. Hard hits right there. And it stays.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. Man, what happened there?
I don't know if he got looped down at the bottom. He checked up, and I think he went into the 11.
I can't really see it from who I was looking at. Looks like, yeah, Shotgun, I believe, got up into fifth Constant, and then 19 car also got up into fifth Constant. Looks like, was that Closing Soon that got hit in the wall as well? I think Closing Soon might have got the wall as well.
I just think he got loose on the bottom. I don't think, obviously, that wasn't intentional. Just hard racing.
All right, well, haven't talked much about Annihilator tonight. His first race back. Where's he at right now? I think I just saw him, actually. He's right here towards the middle. Or he's towards the back a little bit, but let's see what happens here. Interstate Batteries car get Ribs back there. Just clearing the back right now. But Annihilator towards the middle of the pack now. We'll see what he can do first race back tonight. You know, started to step up towards the end of last season, and now that he's back this season, we'll see what he can do. Front Row Motorsports can use a boost tonight. As the green flag comes back out. They had a second place last week. Asylums for Front Row. He got that second place. We'll see what he can do this week. Oh, man, a little bit of craziness already on this restart. Fifth Constant.
Yeah. Oh,
Fifth
I
Constant
think they're
made
3
some
wide going
contact
into 3.
Yeah, Fifth Constant made some contact on Gridlock right there, I believe. And that, I don't know, he was trying to fit it in there and make it 3 wide, I believe. And it kind of worked, but kind of not. But Don't be scared or anything, guys, but K. Rainey's back up to third place, right behind Closing Soon right now. Tenacious is the leader. We'll see what he can do. We'll see what Tenacious can do tonight. He wasn't here last week. I think he's got a good shot at this thing tonight. And then Dirty Deeds running fourth place. So 2 Stuart House guys in the top 5 right now, along with 2 Childress guys.
As you, up front, you can see a lot of the guys. You have 3 running the top, 1 running the bottom. When you run that top, you're gonna get a lot of momentum down the straightaways. But at the same time, the bottom might be faster, especially on fresher tires. I think it's really gonna depend on where the cars are. Even though that draft, and where you're getting pushed from.
Yeah, the draft could be big, even though it's low draft. And that also, I just want to correct myself from earlier. It was not Closing Soon that got the wall. It was Asylums, I believe. They're both driving black and red cars, so wasn't sure who it was. I believe Asylums got the wall earlier. No, is Closing Soon driving the black and red tonight?
Nah, no.
Okay.
He's driving a white Geico 13.
Oh, it's got a black and red side. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Austin Dillon gets the wall back there. A little bit of contact. Asylum's going below 5th constant here.
Caution's gonna come out.
Caution is out.
I think I might have underestimated. I said 4 cautions. It's already been 3.
Oh yeah, thank you for actually having that count there, because I usually tend to, when I count cautions, I tend to forget to put some cautions down. So 3rd caution already early. I might have even underestimated it. Wasn't expecting this many cautions already, but we've seen them.
Yeah, these guys just need to calm down a little bit, learn the track, settle in.
All right, and with 3 cautions, Closing Soon's going to be your leader here unless somebody took it from him on the pit stops, but we'll see what happens.
If these cautions continue, you're going to see some guys take 2 and try to be smart with their pit stops. For sure.
These cautions make the race shorter as well. As 5th Constant's going to be your leader. He decided to stay out. I talked about it earlier. Caution comes out early in the run. Usually at the beginning of the race, 5th Constant might stay out for track position. It's not the beginning of the race anymore, but not too far in the run, he's going to try to stay out here, which I think could be a good move because I know guys like to get their setups in, but 5th Constant, he will stay out for track position, and it could work out in his favor here as he does get the restart here on Closing Soon. He is the leader. We'll see if Closing Soon can fight back right here in that Chevy. Number 13 car. Tenacious also up there running 3rd place. Duramax right now. 3 wide. He's put in the middle right there. Austin Dillon on the bottom. Toasted on the top. Duramax going to fall back here 2 positions. And Austin Dillon gains a couple positions right there. And Duramax going back below the 34 car. Oh, man. Some good racing here.
Something wrong with the 1 car? He's slowing way down.
Let's go look at him.
I think he might be having some lag issues. I think he's just trying to be respectful of these other guys.
Yeah.
I think he just pulled over for a little bit.
We've seen that in the past where you have lag issues, but then towards the end of the race, it'll fix itself and he might win the thing. That's what it seems like.
Yeah, I think that happened last season. I forget what track it was. He was in the back all race and came back to win it. So, very possible for him.
Yep.
Unfortunate to see that.
Yeah, I think they had that fixed at one point last year, and then it came back a little bit, looks like. But Closing Soon going below 5th Constant right here, trying to take the lead back. Trying to get his lead back, and he's got Tenacious pushing from behind, 2 Chevys. And he's also got Gridlock up there, trying to help him get back to that lead. K. Rainey taking the eye line. K. Rainey and Grid might have made contact right there. K. Rainey in the wall. Did you see what happened there? I think Grid got in.
Yep. Yeah, Grid just slowed up the track a little bit and got into the 4. You're going to see that a lot. I mean, it's...
Yeah, obviously it's not...
This track...
It's just racing.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of people slide up the track here.
Duramax falling back from the pack a little bit. We'll see if he can draft back up to them. But there's still a lot of guys in this lead pack right now. Dirty D's right behind his teammate K. Rainey. Toasted tried to get past D's there, and I think he might have made a little bit of contact with him and slowed him down. Duramax. Oh, Duramax gets into Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon really low right there. They scatter a little bit. And look at SHR Ribs up there, or SHR Ribs. I should say Rebel Boy now. I think he was starting to get up there a little bit, or is that, no, that was 38 car, my bad. That was Annihilator up there. They're both green, so it's hard to tell. Let's find somebody else.
Duramax seems to be running in the 11th position right now. Still early.
Alright, we're gonna find somebody else try to go for hard with fifth constant.
Seems to be two separate packs here.
Fifth constant running right now, and he fell back a little bit. Fifth constant did fall back a little bit. I'm not sure how far back, but there's fifth constant falling back behind Rainey now, so he's falling back big time. I don't know. He's got something wrong, or it's probably tires. He obviously didn't pit last time, so
Yep.
might be
Did
starting
not
to
pit.
him.
Starting to calm down a little bit.
Yep, but we said that earlier, and then a caution came out.
Yeah, that's very true.
So we'll see what happens. I think Austin Dillon might have got grassed a little bit there, trying to visit the rib shack or something. Fifth constant is falling back from his pack a little bit. And I think he's falling back. Actually, doesn't have any more draft. He's gonna fall back from it. It looks like tire wear starting to get to him.
Tire wear is huge here. It really comes on.
Yeah, so fifth constant might have been trying to bank on another caution there to get the pit stop and get even with these guys, but now he might have to pit a little bit earlier than them, as he's going to get the wall right there a little bit. But single file racing now. Yeah, he might have to pit a little bit earlier compared to these other guys after that, after not pitting last time. So I was saying how it could be a good idea for the track position, but in this case, it's looking like it's not the best idea.
Yep. Kind of screwed him there. I think he was hoping for another caution to come out, just didn't happen.
I think Annihilator might have They're Annihilator in the grass. Oh, Annihilator decided to take the little chicane.
Can you save it?
Yeah, I think he is going to save it. Good save by Annihilator there. Visited the rib shack. I don't know if he was trying to see if that chicane was faster for the reversal, but he did take it a little bit. Don't know if he just got the wall and then shot down to the bottom or what happened there, but we got some good action here. Battle for the lead right now between Tenacious and Closing Soon. We'll see what happens here. Tenacious on the outside, Closing on the inside. Two Chevys though. And then Asylums, I believe, actually was a pro league driver. He's running right there in third place. Shotgun, he was happy to beat Asylums last week. He said he's one of the best in the game, so he got to beat one of the best in the game, so he was proud about that. Even though it was off a caution, still, he beat him. And he still had a chance to beat him even if it came down to the final lap. I think he could have held him off.
As you can see here, the middle and the bottom are very even. Not a lot. It's just going to come down to where the draft is and who's pushing who.
Yeah, I feel like if there was
as this battle continues.
Yep. I feel like if there was a final lap here, and it was side by side, I feel like I'd want the bottom lane on that final lap. In the turns and stuff, it just seems like
32 is going to help 13.
Yep, and Closing Soon is going to get that spot. Almost, he's not clear yet. We'll see if he can get clear.
Didn't get him clear off 3.
And no, he did not. He almost had him clear. Now he does have him clear. Tenacious got a little bit tight right there, messed up a little bit. Might have gotten the acceleration a little bit too early right there. And Closing Soon is going to be the leader. See if Tenacious, if he can, or Asylums, see if he can get up there. K. Rainey, he's running fourth right now. Early in the race, he fell back and then got a wreck early and running fourth place. Austin Dillon back here. Will we see a green flag run here? I don't know if this
I think we might.
A caution, but
seems like 8 and 18, Nervous and Rebel are having a little battle back here. Good to see.
Thought Rebel got the wall for a second, but he didn't. See if Nervous Wreck can get him right here. No, he's still behind him, but these two going at it. Toasty Gamer up here behind the 14 car of Dirty Deeds this year. That's who that is this year. Not.
I think something's wrong with 38.
38.
Annihilator is way off the pace, and we saw him in the grass earlier. I don't know if something's not right. Either like his car or his steering wheel, or I don't know what's up, but.
I'm not sure. He's falling clear to the back actually here. 15th place, I believe. See if he can get this thing switched up. He's probably hoping for a caution right now, as we got 160 laps to go, 40 laps into this race. I think we're going to see green flag stops here, as we're on a green flag, or we're almost at green flag pit stops, I believe. We're going to have around 5 laps to go on their fuel, so expect fifth constant to be pitting here, if he has not already. So fifth constant, I'm expecting him to come in this lap or the next lap, I believe.
I don't know if the 38 car didn't pit last time, or if he's trying to save fuel, or if there's something wrong. I can't tell.
I couldn't imagine he'd be trying to save fuel this early.
I couldn't imagine either, but you never know.
Could be some crazy strategy to win this thing. As fifth constant passing gridlock right there, despite having to order tires on these guys. He's going to stay out this lap, so we'll see if he comes in this lap. I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like Asylum's is that Asylum's in second place? What happened to Tenacious? Tenacious fell clear back behind gridlock here in sixth place, I believe. So not sure what happened to Tenacious, but
Four car looks like he's ready to signal. Rainey's going to be coming in.
Now, I'm not sure. I don't think you have to signal here, but, you know, guys still good to not get ran over, obviously, fifth constant.
This is a very tough pit road entry.
Yep.
So I'm running off for it. You're going to see some people speed tonight, 100%.
I don't want... I'll ask you this question, even though it's kind of going to be you calling out people, I guess. Who could you see speeding on pit road tonight? I'll list mine off next.
Honestly, I could see AD speeding. Honestly, it could be really anybody. I could see AD, maybe Fry, Rebel. I don't know. Those are just my picks, but
as crazy as it might sound, I could possibly see K. Rainey speeding tonight because, I mean, he's really good at this track, but we've seen him speed at Las Vegas and end up finishing a lap down. I think he sped at Las Vegas and might have missed pit road at Las Vegas. We've seen Shotgun speed before, but I mean, there's so many guys that can speed tonight. It could just be anybody messing up, getting on pit road, you know, gridlock. I think we've seen him speed in the past. Probably doesn't want us to bring it up, but last year, I think it was Indy, had a chance of winning that thing and ended up getting speeding penalty. There's Asylum's pressuring, trying to pressure Closing Soon for that lead right now. Expect Closing Soon and Asylum's to pit this time by. We've got plenty of guys in pit road. And how about...
Yep, there's the signal.
We'll see what happens. Let's see here.
See if they speed going off. When these tires get worn down like this, you get on the brakes coming out of forward, you might see some people spin. 13 car looks like he's getting there
Wow, how
good
about
pit stops by both of them.
How about the 18 car's pit stop time? 15 seconds on the dot. A 15-0 for the 18 car, and it was actually estimated to be a 15-1, which doesn't seem like you can get much better than that, but it really was. And those tenths really could matter. They might not matter a lot for when he's running in the back, but you know, if you're up towards the front, those tenths obviously matter a lot.
Let's see how this plays out. Let's see how it cycles.
I don't think there's any
38 car
penalties
still
here.
is not pitted. I think he's the leader.
Try to check on that. Doesn't look like we got any pit stop penalties here. 37 car, I think he got some damage actually on that last run, and that's why he fell back, because he's got some front end damage. Probably got it repaired right there, but I'm not sure if you would want to repair it over a green flag stop. I really don't know. But
That's
he's
a good
got
call.
some bad damage. See if anybody
38
else
car, very off the pace, but I don't think he's pitted. I think he is your leader right now.
38 car is the leader right now. We'll see when he decides to pit here. He's got to pit this lap, right? I don't know how he's kept it up.
He's got to be hoping for a caution.
Honestly, he might have been saving, actually, like you said, because I don't know how he would still have the fuel. Unless he pitted mid-run, which I don't think he did. If he did, he wouldn't be in the lead right now, probably. But is he going to pit this time by? He's going to stay out. I don't know how he has enough fuel right now, honestly. Because I know...
Interesting strategy.
Yeah, I really don't know.
Very bold. Very bold to do this early, but I mean, if caution comes out, he will be your leader.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the strategy is, but I mean, I'm sure he's got it based out. Who else did we ride along with earlier? Was it Fifth Constant? Yeah. We're gonna go ride along with somebody else here. We'll ride along with them after we go to a short commercial break, guys, side by side. So we'll be right back after a quick side by side.
So way back in the day, NASCAR Heat 2 days, there didn't used to be 50-11 leads. mean, it was pretty much, there was a handful. You were either in or you were out. And almost every one of them wound up resolved because of jealousy, anger, and animosity amongst members.
Alright, welcome back, everybody. We are back here at Charlotte with about probably 140 to go. That's just a complete guess, though. But we're gonna go right along with K Rainey here in a second. Let's get K Rainey up here. I believe he's the leader right now, either that or second. I can't really see it right now. But let's go right along with our leader K Rainey and actually find him.
I believe Rainey and Fifth came in either one lap or two after four closing. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it
Yeah,
shows
they're
that
up to them now.
pitting early can really get you up front, but then those guys will just catch you back.
Yeah.
And they have caught him here, so we'll see what happens. We're gonna have a good battle right here. Fifth Constant trying to go down low. Closing soon on the outside, trying to pass Fifth Constant right now. We'll see what happens here in turns 3 and 4. And now look
32.
at Tenacious up there.
Rainey's going to go for the block.
Rainey went for the block and
Oh,
it wasn't
13 in
there.
the wall.
He got
3 wide.
He got the 13 in the wall. Obviously, didn't mean to do that. He thought probably thought he was clear there, and that's gonna cost Closing Soon a little bit. Probably not any damage for Closing Soon, but he's gonna fall back a little ways right there from that. Falls back to third or fourth place. Battling with Tenacious right now. I don't know. Tenacious he definitely had to repair that damage because he is about as fast as these guys. So K Rainey made an aggressive block right there. You know, Rainey's probably the cleanest guy here and in it to win it. Right there, that was a mistake he made and got Closing Soon, cut his nose off a little bit.
He might have just got tight. It could have been either or. It could have been a block or just got tight off the corner, but
and now Tenacious
definitely looks like a block.
Tenacious right now trying to pass Fifth Constant. Some tight racing up here. I would not be surprised if there was a big wreck right here between these guys with how tight they're racing close to each other right now. A little bit.
Got to remember the 13 and the 32 have about 2 lap pressure tires. So if they get by them, they're gonna
37.
They're gonna definitely. Yeah, 37 car as well. Yeah, you're right.
He's looking on the outside here of K Rainey trying to make the pass. We'll see if Asylums can get up to that lead here, maybe.
Yeah, 32 is gonna go with the 37.
Earlier, you talked about us maybe seeing a first-time winner tonight. Well, in the top 5 right now, there are 2 guys that have not won a race and in it to win it so far, and one of them is in the lead, Tenacious.
Asylums just got really tight in that draft. Almost hit the wall to get out of it.
Oh, yeah, he fell back big time. He might actually lose his pack from falling back right there. We'll see, because if it's low draft, I don't know if he'd have any more draft right now. Shotgun is pretty far back right now. Hasn't been the best race for him so far. Might have been a little bit of lag issues. He talked about how it's not really a good racetrack for him, but we'll see if he can get back up there with a caution. And I am expecting to see some more cautions. They've slowed down right now, but we'll probably see some more cautions and get these guys back together. Ribs right now battling with Toasted Gamer. He's right behind Toasted. I believe, is Toasted a backup driver or not? I thought he was a backup driver.
I'm not sure.
I'll check that.
O-line seems to be working for him though right now.
He is a backup driver. Gavin is not there tonight, so Toasted is driving the 34. So he's appeared in every race so far this season. He's got Ribs right behind him. So K Rainey back to 4th place. Fifth Constant back to 3rd place. Maybe it's the fresher tires. You got one of the Trackhouse guys, Tenacious, up there trying to run away a little bit with it.
For Toasted being a backup driver, he's doing a very good job. I mean, I think he's in the top 7, it looks like.
Yeah, he's been good the last 3 weeks. And
very
he's
solid.
Just a backup driver, so.
Looks like he has Deeds behind him in the 14. Deeds driving the 14.
Yeah, and we got Annihilator. He's in front of Austin Dillon right now. Pitted way later than these other guys, but see what he can do. He gets the wall a little bit right there. Austin Dillon's going to make that pass. Fry Dog having a really quiet night so far. I haven't seen much of him at all. Driving the Kroger car.
I think Annihilator might hoping this thing goes green for the rest of the race. I mean, he did save about 3 laps of fuel.
I mean,
on that last run. It seemed like
it's an aggressive strategy, but I mean, if it really worked, that could be something. It's a risky strategy because I really just couldn't see this thing going green. The odds of this thing going green for the rest of the race would probably be like 10%.
yeah, he's making the pass in the 10 car right now. Looks like he's picked up the pace a little bit. Oh, gets into the 10 car. 38's gonna go off the track. It's on the apron.
Can we save it? Oh, he's gonna slow down big time right there.
I think he might have something wrong with his wheel. Doesn't have the command.
Yeah, I saw him get the wall earlier, and Austin Dillon was able to pass him, but he loses big time speed right there.
Unfortunate for the 38. I'd like to see him do well.
Yeah, he won the Rising Star Award last year, and this year he's trying to get back up there right now. First race of the year though, for him, he missed the first two. I believe you have to participate in, I don't know if it's 9 or 8 races I think it might be 8 races to be eligible for the championship race. So he's still eligible if he can get a win, but he'd have to make sure to be in a lot of races. Somebody down pit road right now, I think it's Austin Dillon and Kay Rainey. I'm expecting them. Assuming Deeds is also on pit road right now. These Stuart Haas guys like to change it up a little bit and go down pit road early, it seems like, this season. Ever since Deeds joined that team. Because, last year the Gibbs guys would like to try to play a little bit of a different strategy, and we're seeing that from Stuart Haas so far this season.
Yeah, it might pay off, but in the long run, that's going to really hurt him pitting early. I mean, you're not going to get the laps. I don't know how many there are to go. 18 car signals coming in the pit. In the long run, I don't think it's a good strategy, but we'll see if it works out for him.
Yeah, but that's if we get to the long run. Maybe they're hoping for the long run. We'll see.
A lot of different strategies playing out right now.
So later in the year, there is a 100% Daytona race. So as a backup driver, would you like to participate in that race, or would it be like, I don't know if I want to be driving 400 miles?
Oh, I'd 100% do that. 100%.
It'd be a fun race. It's gonna be a long night to commentate it, but it'll be a fun race. Hopefully that's not when school starts back up, because if that's on a school night, oh man.
Yeah.
It's Tenacious coming down pit road right here. Gonna get in clean, closing soon, stayed out another lap. Asylums got on pit road. Gridlock might have gotten in a little bit fast right there. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go to a streamer.
Looked like it.
He looked pretty fast getting in.
Closing soon is gonna maximize every run he has from here on out. So you're gonna see him running more laps, getting the most out of his fuel tank.
I know Closing Soon does like to play that strategy. Likes to run it dry. And it works
car
out a
coming
lot.
in the pit.
Works out a lot. I believe he's I want to say maybe 5-time winner, and then to win it, maybe 6. And Gridlock did not get a penalty.
Really good in the pit so far. I don't think anybody's gotten a penalty that I've seen.
I haven't seen any. Gridlock getting off pit road. Nervous
13
Wreck
car
just
in the
on
pit.
road. And yep, Closing Soon as well. Alright, so I'm going to try to get us a lap count here, see how many we got to go. Look at somebody who's on the track, actually. See if... I don't think Durmax is pitted yet, along with some other guys. And we have... Right now we got, I think, 134
Top 5
laps to go.
cars are about even coming out. Closing Soon is going to come out right next to the 32. So, yep, top 5 cars are very evenly spaced.
And
Look them to group back up here.
believe it or not,
Gonna be rainy.
Not even halfway through this race yet, guys. Still 134 laps to go, so a lot of racing to go here. 300-mile race
Rainy
tonight.
first. Rainy first got 5th constant second. 37 is going to be 3rd. 32 4th. And Closing Soon 5th.
Tenacious, he's running behind the 8 car, I think, running behind him right now. So Nervous Wreck, I don't know if he's lapped down or if he actually made his way up through the pack that much.
I think it's lapped down.
Tenacious.
I think Gridlock is 6th.
All right, so let's go right along with somebody. Let's see here. Who could we? Let's go get
Yeah, Reb.
Tenacious. Shotgun, I don't know if he... What happened?
Nervous is gonna fall out down here.
We're gonna go find Tenacious and ride along with him here. Tenacious driving that 37 car this season. Wasn't here last week, but he's back this week. Trying to win his first race and then to win it. 32-year-old from Tennessee.
Look for a Rebel in the 18 to battle. Stay on the sweet lap. He's right in front of Rainey right now. Let's see if he can manage to stay. Rainey seems to be running that low line, working out for him. Then
Well,
like fifth is got a battle for the lead here.
these guys like to talk a lot about Tenacious and his beard. So, can we get a closing now Tenacious beard rating?
Oh yeah, I gotta give that. I'll give it a solid 9 out of 10.
No, 10. I think he'll take that.
Definitely a good look. Like the stash too.
Yeah,
Good
looks like he was just waving at somebody. Oh, he gets in the ribs a little bit right there. The other guy with the other bearded driver, and it's Win It that we have talked about his beard in the past. He's trying to go below K Rainey right here. Look at Tenacious. You know, sometimes we'll see guys have the camera on them and then make a mistake. Tenacious, he is gaining right now with the camera on him. We have a lot
Rebel's
of
gonna be
drivers this year. What were you saying?
Yeah, Rebel's gonna be your first car lap down. So if a caution comes out, he will get the wave around. Lucky dog.
And I'm sure he would be happy with the caution right now. And now Tenacious Kid is in the camera. First time we've seen that before, guys. Kid makes an appearance in the camera. You know, he's looking at the camera and stuff. Says Tenacious. I actually want to go back to his driver cam and see side by side for the lead right now. And he's going for it. He's got his kid talking to him, and he's trying to go for the lead. And he's doing good still.
Tenacious. A lot of focus required right now.
Oh yeah.
I think he has about 1 or 2 lap pressure tires on the 11.
This is comedy right now. Oh, Tenacious. He's good. Looked different from my angle.
Trying to work that outside.
And I think he's working it pretty good so far. Tenacious, his kid is gonna be the freaking his kid is gonna be the comedy of In It's Win It this week in the camera. He's making funny he's making funny faces in the camera.
Who would the 4 car go with?
We'll see. He's gonna go with Tenacious.
Looks like he's gonna have Tenacious on the top. He's gonna get a huge run off 2 here. Coming down the back straightaway.
Brit the Gamer said, "Can I join?" You'd have to go in that Discord and talk about it. You'd probably get
11
put in the
clears
throttle
him.
series. Yes, he does. Probably get put in the throttle series if you went to that Discord. You can talk about it, but that's not my call because I'm not the owner. Talk to Dirty Deeds in the Discord that Bombshell put in the. She put the link down. But Tenacious gets cleared by Fifth Constant, and look at Asylums and closing soon back up there behind K Rainey right now. Oh, closing. I don't know if you got the wall right there.
5 car battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, but I'm not complaining about it. You know, it's not K Rainey dominating the race like big time in front of everybody right now.
Asylums. These guys very even.
Asylums going below K Rainey right now. See what he can do.
All right, I'm gonna do my one to watch.
All right, let's hear it.
Given what I just saw, I'm gonna say Tenacious.
Oh, K Rainey around. Hold on a second. We'll have to wait. Sorry about that. We'll have to hold off K Rainey hard in the wall.
What happened? I didn't even see it.
I don't know, but who is your one to watch?
Let's get loose. I'll talk about that later. We're gonna just do this right now. I didn't even see it.
I'm gonna show the replay right here. I don't know what I saw it, but I honestly don't even know. Looks like he right now. I think Asylum's either his air got him or he got him in the quarter panel and then he got loose and went around. It's gonna be some bad damage for Rainey. Yeah, it's
gonna be at the tail end of the field.
It's gonna hurt him big time. And guess what? I believe Ribs is gonna be your lucky dog. First car lap down.
And Nervous will still be a lap down.
That's gonna not
Nervous.
Not gonna be good for one of your RCR guys over there.
Think so will Annihilator. I'm pretty sure he got lap 2.
Alright, well. Ine shotguns towards the back still, or towards the middle right now actually. But we got a big pack here, getting ready to go green. Fifth Constant, decided to stay out. He's going to be your leader. I think that's a very bad call. I'm not going to lie. Unless he pitted and just did something different. But I think with what we just saw earlier and how long this run has been going on, staying out right there is not a very good call.
I think Fifth Constant was the leader at the time of caution, wasn't he?
Was he? So maybe he didn't stay out. Yeah, he was up there. So I don't know if he was leader, but I take that back. He must have pitted because if he would have stayed out there, that would have been interesting.
So we know there's 5 definitely dominant cars up here. Grid was just a little bit behind him. I don't know if he had a mishap or just doesn't have the pace, but he definitely has the pace. I don't know if he has a car. That was a long green flag run though. I think that was about 60 laps.
Yep, probably something like that. Maybe 40. I'm not sure, but we got 120 laps to go still. So we'll see what happens here. If we see some more cautions here, we'll see if we see a little patch of cautions. Oh, as shotgun on the apron.
One car.
Ribs.
38 in the wall.
Yeah, Ribs got into somebody, made some contact back there. And the one car, I think he was just falling to the back because he was having some more lag issues. Caution's out.
38 car got the wall. It's gonna be your 5th caution.
38 car's got a little bit of front end damage there from that. Getting the wall right there.
Annihilator cannot seem to get it going his way.
I don't even know. I'm not sure if that's because Ribs got into him, but I know Ribs got into somebody when they were 3 wide back there. Could have been Annihilator. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I don't know if the one car had a problem. I saw on the apron on the bottom.
I saw
caused
it too.
everybody to check up.
I think he was
that caused...
trying to go to the back because of lag.
I think everybody just checked up and Annihilator just not in the right place. Just on the top of the track, got in the wall, so...
All right.
We'll see what happens. Might see people take 2 tires here.
We are almost halfway through, guys.
10 car on the 4th. You're going to see Deeds.
And all 3 Stuart Haas
gonna be your
guys
leader.
did something. All Stuart Haas guys, top 3, they did something.
Looks like they took 2. I'm going to guess they took 2 tires.
Oh, contact right there. I think maybe they stayed out. Who knows? Because it could have been a good call right there since this run just started. But D's your leader right now. Austin Dillon 2nd. K. Rainey 3rd. We'll see what these guys can do. 5th constant on the outside right there. 3 Stuart Haas guys trying to stay low. So Britt, you'd have to join the Discord and talk to Deeds. You'd probably end up getting put in the throttle series first before you got into Twin Edge, but we already started the season, so nobody can join right now unless it was backup drivers. But
I think he might be talking about the booth.
Oh, the booth. We already got 2 people in the booth. We're good for tonight. Maybe in the future we can talk about getting you in the booth, though, if that's what you're talking about. Who knows?
Deeds is going to be in the lead.
He's got to go.
One car around, hard in the back.
Oh, man, caution's out. So, I think I know why D's got the lead so big right there is because right behind him, those guys just started getting together right there and getting super tight together and slowed them all down. But I didn't see the one car getting the wall back there because of the angle I was on.
I just flicked to it when you, I don't know what happened. I just saw him on the wall.
He said he makes a lot of little mistakes here.
Didn't look like anybody was around him, so.
Got some bad damage from it. We talked to him earlier. He said he makes a lot. He's not very good here. He makes a lot of little mistakes. I think that's probably more than a little mistake. That's a big mistake. That's going to hurt him, but we'll see if he can recover. It's shotgun. It was a champion runner-up last year. Championship contender, MVP runner-up. And he...
Looks like it was a good move by the Stuart Haas guys, taking 2 there.
Yep, and now they're going to be evened out. So they got just what they wanted. They got what Fifth Constant probably wanted earlier.
Now, because of those cautions, everybody should be in the lead lap.
Yep, that's a good
I'm not
point.
mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. As K. Rainey and Deeds 1st and 2nd, closing soon actually 3rd. Alright, that'll be Dirty Deeds. Talk to him in the Discord. And actually, Dirty Deeds is the leader right now. K. Rainey on that outside with closing soon.
Gonna be 3 wide going into 3. Rainey's gonna take the top.
Closing soon is gonna keep that 2nd place position. Look at gridlock up there now, and in the top 4 we got 2 Stuart Haas and 2 Childress guys. Closing might have got in the grass a little bit right there. Ran through the rib shack really quick. Get a quick drive-through meal. Take on the road with him.
Ooh, 47 car. And nervous touch. 47 car on the wall a little bit.
Yeah, gridlock takes away 3rd right there. And Austin Dillon falling back here. Asylums, he actually fell back a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what happened to him, but trying to make his way back up, along with Tenacious trying to make his way back up there. You said Tenacious and Nervous just made some contact. So now we know for sure that Tenacious don't have damage, because his damage is repaired on Spectate, so that's good.
Fry Dog's been having a solid night tonight. You know, he's got nothing to prove. Already locked into the playoffs, or I guess the championship, I should say.
Yeah, trying to help his team that he owns tonight. Annihilator side by side with Nervous Wreck. Right now, Fry Dog is super tight right there. Almost got into Annihilator. I think he might have hit the wall right there. He was so close to taking out Annihilator right there. He just sent it in there, it looked like. We got a lot of guys up here going at it in this lead pack. Looks like 8 cars up here or something.
And like I talked about earlier, you're seeing it play out. Wherever the cars are is wherever the fastest line's going to be. It looks like it's going to be 4-on-4. Nope, as Rainey goes to the bottom.
Toasted Gamer making some noise up here. Backup driver for Front Row Motorsports, side by side with his teammate from Front Row Asylums, owner of the team. We'll see what he can do. As Deeds side by side for the lead with Closing Soon. Closing Soon's going to get on the outside, and he is clear. Gridlock also side by side with Deeds. These two want to race each other. They're getting it right now. We'll see who gets it though. Fifth Constant going to try to get below K Rainey. Deeds might have got into Gridlock right there. Toasted and Fifth Constant make contact. Fifth getting into Toasted right there. Fifth gets Toasted up the track, and Toasted's going to fall back a couple positions from that. Toasted in the wall.
That was a tight squeeze.
And Gridlock's side by side with K Rainey now. K Rainey trying to take that spot from him and put 2 Stuart Haas guys in the top 3.
I'm going to go back to my one to watch. I'm going to go Tenacious. You know, he's shown me that he's a good driver. He can handle the lead, and I think he's done really well tonight. Top solid driver. That's my one to watch.
It's a good call for the one to watch. I'm going to wait to do my one to watch till a little bit later. Probably about 30 to go in the race. Well, Tenacious, he's had a really solid night, so that's a good pick. Talked about him a little bit pre-race about how that could be a guy trying to get his first win tonight and keep that Trackhouse streak alive. Because, you know, we've seen 2 Trackhouse winners so far this season, 2 different Trackhouse winners. Tenacious trying to be that third one on these 3-car teams. And they did have Durmax as a backup driver, but he actually got a starting job over at Gibbs.
Yep. Good for him, honestly. I think he definitely deserved a starting spot. So, good for him.
Constant gets Deeds up the track right there. It looks like he ran him up there, almost got him in the wall. I'm not sure if it was just the angle I was looking at, but Fifth Constant up to second place. And guess who top 2 is? Closing Soon and Fifth Constant. Little bit of a Season 5 classic right here. All right.
Looks like the 11 faked low.
We'll see what happens here. Fifth Constant right behind him now. I'm actually going to go over to Closing Soon's radio because, you know, we've had some comical radio from Closing Soon in the past.
Oh.
Fifth actually, or no, he doesn't have damage. Never mind. See if we can hear anything from Closing Soon's radio right now.
Really good racing going on right now. These guys are making it look easy.
Ooh, Fifth messed up right there. Keeps his position. Good job saving that, but he almost got the wall. Now Tenacious up there. You're one to watch right there. Going to the top, trying to go for the lead right now. Side by side for the lead. Tenacious got a huge run up there, and now he's going for the lead, trying to get it on Closing Soon on the outside lane. He might get it.
He's got that outside working for him.
He's been pretty good there tonight. Oh, man, Asylums gets really low right there.
13 cars going to try to side draft.
Closing Soon completely silent right now, trying to concentrate.
Might get that run in the front straightaway. Up here he comes. 13 cars going to side draft him.
And no, Fifth Constant taking it 3 wide right here. Didn't work. He tried to. Watch out for Asylums in that 32 car as well.
Closing Soon is not giving the lead up.
Nah, and Tenacious wants it, but I don't know if he's going to be able to on the high line. I mean, he's been really good there tonight, but will he be able to clear him on the high line?
He can do it on this end of the track.
Oh, Fifth
Levin
Constant.
gets into him, shoves him up.
Fifth Constant moves Tenacious. Tenacious not going to appreciate that. It's going to scatter them apart here. Fifth Constant's like, I want it, and I want it now. He wants that lead here.
I think the 37 would have had it there if Levin didn't get into him.
Yeah, Fifth was trying to take it.
Very aggressive.
Right
and see, not that there's anything wrong with that, but
Yeah, and I don't know a lot about Tenacious and how he controls his tempers because he's new, but we'll see. We'll see what he does here. He was just an aggressive move there by Fifth Constant. You know, it's a long race. Don't know if he should have made it right there, but you know, he likes to go for the position whenever he has the chance. Which he's a champion, so it works out for him. So whatever he does, maybe some other guy should try it. Who knows? It's an aggressive style, but I mean, it works. Kate Rainey
Duramax, Rainey, and 3 wide.
Yeah, K. Rainey got his teammate in the wall there a little bit on accident. Duramax going to fall, get the unluckiest spot of this 3 wide right here. But
Rainey's going to touch the apron and get Deeds into the wall. Oh, Deeds in the wall
Deeds
hard.
Yep. Oh, Deeds
around.
around. Deeds goes around here, and that's going to hurt him. And we're going to get a caution here. After Dirty
Looks
Deeds
like
spins it.
7th caution, I think.
Yep, just came out. I stopped counting cautions, honestly, so I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, Dirty Deeds. It's going to fall to the back after that. Looks like you were right. Yep. So we're going to see what happens here. I think was Closing Soon the leader. And I'm excited. I wonder if anything's going to happen here between Tenacious and Fifth Constant. I don't know. We'll see. I just depends on how Tenacious reacts to stuff like that because I don't know how he reacts to it. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so Toasted also up there towards the front. Shotgun's actually going to be the last car. I don't know where Deeds is at. But he had some bad damage, but somehow not even in the back. He's towards the back, but not in the back. Fifth Constant Closing Soon side by side for the lead. Tenacious on the inside in 3rd place. Closing Soon with a really good restart right there with that shifter. They both have shifters, but Closing Soon had a really good restart with the shifter right there, it looked like.
Yeah. 19 car's been running really solid. First start tonight.
Yep, along with that 34 car.
For Gibbs, looks like he's running the top 7.
Yep, Duramax trying to get up there right now. You know, Duramax, I could definitely, honestly, I could probably see a Duramax surprise win it at Charlotte. I think it might be one of his better tracks, but don't quote me on that because I could be wrong, but might be.
We talked to him. Pre-race. He said he's looking for a top 5, and looks like he has a car to do it.
Yep, and he's up there almost in the top 5 right now, running 6th, I believe. Fifth Constant's going to fall clear back to 5th place right here. We'll see if Duramax can get to him and make the pass here. Duramax running right behind him right now. Toasted's going to get up into Tenacious, and Toasted's going to fall back big time there. They're 3 wide.
3 car on the pits.
3 car gets pitted right there. That's not good.
They're scattering. Caution will not come out.
Gridlock with
what
a
a
really
heartbreak
tough break.
for the 3 car.
Want to see if we can get radio chatter from him after that. That's going to hurt him big time.
Huge penalty for him, and he's going to go probably 2 laps down.
That's an
Unbelievable.
He's in the 38. God damn it.
As you can hear,
that.
not happy.
Yeah, it was just a lot of crazy racing. We're going to look back at that really quick. I want to try to see which is brewed down, but if I even can. I was pretty far in front of it. Right now we don't even have the right angle, but right here, Toasted gets into Tenacious, and then 5th gets into Toasted. Toasted falls clear back, gets into Gridlock, and then Gridlock gets put down road. So I think Gridlock was thinking that the 38 might have got into him and said something about Annihilator, but it was actually Toasted, and it wasn't even Toasted's fault. Toasted accidentally got somebody in the wall, and then they got him in the wall.
No, the leaders are coming up on grid, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, Gridlock's going to have to let him by here. He's too slow, unless he can get up to speed in time. But it looks like his teammate's actually going to try to help him, because that is his teammate in the lead. That's his advantage. And his teammate is going to try to let him stay on the lead lap here. Good teammate move there by Closing Soon.
I don't think he's on the. I think he's at least 1 lap down. He might be
probably.
2.
I think he's 1 lap down right now, and Closing Soon's trying. Oh, 5th Constant in the wall right there. Unless he lagged. He slowed down big time right there. I don't know if it was lag or getting the wall, but I'll tell you what, Gridlock, he would be very lucky to get the caution right now, because I don't know how long Closing Soon is going to be able to keep Gridlock in front of him and keep the lead.
That was just so unfortunate for Grid.
He was just the unlucky person.
It would have
in
been.
Position.
He got the penalty going to the pit road, and obviously not his fault.
That could have been anybody, but unfortunately, Gridlock was the unlucky car in that position. As we're over halfway through this race, 91 to go. I'm trying to see if Gridlock is at least on the lead lap, and it might be 90 to go if he is lap down, but he's got to be lap down, probably. I wonder if he actually took yeah, he is lap down. So he probably. I wonder if he took tires and stuff when he was on pit road. Not sure if he would have or not, but he's. Actually, I think he did because he's gaining away, running away from closing soon a little bit. So he must have took tires and stuff when he was on pit road. Oh, I don't know if he's lagging a little bit up there. His car looks a little bit glitchy. I don't think he's lagging though. So right now we're gonna go to somebody to watch, go drive along with. We haven't gotten. I think it's gonna be tough to get everybody in tonight. We'll see. But let's get Fry Dog. Let's get the guy that likes to call himself Mr. Worldwide.
Good old Fry Dog. Always a class act.
Yep. Week 1 winner, actually. So let's find.
I just wish he wasn't driving the 47.
Yeah.
Not my favorite, but.
There he is, running behind the 38 right now, or is that Austin Dillon? 10 car right now. 38 is behind him.
Yep.
He is. Fry Dog, if you're watching this, if you watch this later, the replay, right now I want you to hear this. This is for you and Durmax, actually, I believe. You guys, next week, you should, if you do cameras, you should try to get it to where, your camera actually rotates sideways. So, turn on auto rotate or something to where your camera's sideways. Fry Dog actually tied for the oldest guy and in it to win it with Deeds, I believe. I think.
Really?
Don't quote me on that. But I believe they're both
good stat.
The oldest, yeah. Little stat right there. Season 4 most popular driver, Fry Dog. California guy. Right in front of not Tenacious, right in front of Annihilator right now in that Front Row Motorsports 38 car.
And going to the opposite end of that spectrum, I think Shotgun might be the youngest.
I think he is 16 years old, unless it's Toasted, but I think it is Shotgun. Deeds is not 47 yet, so Fry Dog is the oldest guy in the twin, I think. He might not like me saying that stat. He might be like, man, you're making me feel old, but I said it, Fry. I think he is. I'm not positive, though. I think he's older than Nervous. Nervous ain't that old. He ain't even second oldest, I don't think. I'm not sure. Sorry if I'm offending you guys. Nervous and Fry. Watch Nervous be 30-something, and I just completely called him 40-something. Toasted right now, right behind 38 car and the 10 car.
Yeah, Austin Dillon, Annihilator, and Toasted. Looks like 38 wants him to go by. Yeah, 38's getting up to the position.
K. Randy right behind. I almost said Gridlock. That's actually Durmax. That 19 car.
Props to Toasted though. He's running a solid race.
Yeah, he would be.
I gotta give him props.
He would be.
He's been in the front a couple times. He's fallen back a little bit, but he's run for him being a backup driver. Very solid race.
Yeah, and he would be up there towards the front, but got caught up in that incident earlier, which he kind of started it by getting into Tenacious on accident. I think he might have got the apron, but then Fifth Constant got into him. Don't know if Fifth got the apron or not, or if he got tired, just sent it in there. I'm not really sure.
Deeds in 5th. Looks like Deeds trying to make the pass on 5th right now. One car is coming to help Shotgun.
Rainey and Durmax.
Who would we go with?
Tenacious right behind Asylums right now. Closing soon, getting away a little bit in that lead. Or is that closing soon, or is that... No, it's not closing soon. That is... Who is that?
18 car around. Oh, 18 car on the apron.
Is he around?
Nope. I don't know what he's...
Who's
coming out of 4.
Oh, closing soon is the leader. That's Gridlock up there. Gridlock running away from him a little bit. So Gridlock's off sequence with the pit cycle right now, but he's a lap down.
I think Rebel just recently got a wheel, so I don't know if he's using that tonight. He might be. Yeah, that's a very difficult transition. So
I know he's ran with
props.
wheel in the past.
Definitely not easy.
Somebody's in the wall.
So
I heard somebody got the wall. Don't know who it was, but might have been Toasted. He slowed down a little bit, it looks like, or I think it was Fifth Constant actually that got the wall, and Deeds just made the pass on him. So Dirty Deeds passes Fifth Constant. Not sure what position that's for, but we got a good little run, green flag run going right now. Let's go right along with Dirty Deeds right now. He's battling with Fifth Constant.
if you're on Team RCR,
Here we go with Dirty Deeds. You there, closing? Hold on a second, guys. Closing lagged out. Alright. Hello? Make sure to lock the party down.
yeah.
Alright, what were you saying about Team RCR?
If you're on Team RCR, you're definitely, because obviously closing soon's leading.
Oh, did he just lag out again? What happened? What in the world? Can you hear me? Man, having some difficulties right now, guys. Sorry about that. It's Dirty Deeds on pit road. Having some difficulties, guys. That's Dirty Deeds we were racing with right there. Trying to get closing now back in here. A lot of guys on pit road right now. Austin Dillon, Tenacious, all getting some fresh tires. Ribs on pit road. Rainey just getting off pit road. He had some damage. Probably got it repaired, but I'm not positive. Alright, hello?
You got a copy?
Yep, I can hear you.
All right, they're good.
Yeah, it's good. Had some difficulties there.
All right.
Remember what you were saying about RCR?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're a Team RCR,
No way it did it again. It did it again, I think. He did disconnect again. Maybe we just can't talk about Team RCR. Oh, gridlock! Almost went around. Getting on pit road. Technical difficulties right now with closing now, guys. My bad. I think he's having some internet issues or something. Might have to end up restarting his Xbox. I'm not sure. Alright, make sure you lock the party down. Hello?
all right, I'm not talking about Team
That's what I was
RCR.
gonna say. Maybe we just shouldn't talk about them. Make sure you lock the party down.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Probably because we were talking about Team RCR. You guys have storms going on down there? No way it did it again. Man. You disconnected again. It's not Team RCR we were talking about. Alright, so looking at asylums right now. Closing soon. Trying to do the math on something, guys. Alright, we're going to go right along with ribs. There he is. Riding along with ribs right now. You can see he's got the Chase Elliott die cuts in front of him, the stuff behind him too. Memorabilia and stuff. Alright, now is it working?
It should be.
Maybe
I don't know what's happening.
Xbox or something. I don't know. We're running along with ribs right now.
I'm feeling it's gonna happen again.
I know, right? Guns, con. Hopefully it don't. It might.
I'm just not gonna mention the 3 letters.
Yeah, that team.
Anyway.
We're looking at ribs right now. Did you lag out again?
No, I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone or something.
For a second I heard you go quiet. I thought you lagged out, but I was gonna ask earlier. Is it storming around where you're at right now?
Around. It's not storming here, but I know there are storms like in the area.
Yeah, I know there's been storms around Ohio today. It's been pretty dark here. Ribs has had a pretty quiet night tonight, trying to transition to that wheel. Maybe we'll see some Ribs wins once he gets that wheel dialed in. He got a really nice wheel though. I forget what wheel I don't know what wheel it's called, but it's a TMX. It's a Thrustmaster.
Yeah, it's a good wheel. All right, so our leader is a 13.
Yep, I think so. And we're getting scattered right now. Had pit stops a little bit ago, so what do you say we go to a crank it up right now?
All right.
And also, I just want to say really quick, guys, I just did realize that for the last, 80 laps or so, maybe not that many, I'm not sure, probably about 80 laps, I have had the engine sounds turned off because I muted it on accident, so apologize for that. Friday I'll come down
And
the road.
This is big. 13 cars coming up on Rebel. 10 cars in the grass in the tribal. That looks like Austin Dillon. If the 13 car does pass Rebel here, his teammate Gridlock will not be the first car lap down. So that is something he will probably think about.
I think 13 actually just came down pit road. Oh, sorry.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Now we'll see if, that pit stop honestly is going to make it so he does end up passing Rebel and lapping him down probably because he pitted earlier. But we'll try to see what Gridlock is at right now on the track. So looking at Gridlock 15th. And I'm not sure where Rebel is at. I'm going to try to see where Reb's at. Ribs is 12th, so yeah. Well,
oh, really?
That means actually that there's some guys behind Ribs that are already lapped down. Wonder who they are. Duramax.
Grid's 15th? Who's 16th?
16th. There's only 15 guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
But,
I thought there was 16 for some reason.
I wonder who's in front of, or behind Ribs then that got lapped down. Is it Annihilator and...
Annihilator and Toasted are going to be coming into pits, see if they speed here. Oh, 38 car in the wall hard.
Our 38 car around, bad damage. And that's going to bring out a caution, so some guys just went down pit road. That could be big for him. And closing soon also just went down pit road. Dirty Deeds sounded to not like that caution.
I think, it looked like Annihilator was signaling to pit, and Toasted did in front of him. I don't know if he got confused. Looks like Toasted Diamond, turned up the track a little bit to get into pit road, and just Annihilator had nowhere to go.
Stuart Haas guys do not look happy about this caution. They must have had something going. Rainey looking a little bit disappointed. I'm not sure. Tanner said the car pitted in front of them. I gotcha. Let's look at it. I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw where he was spinning when you said he was spinning. Did he signal?
Thought I saw him signal. I'm not sure. I swear it was Toasted in front of him. Looked like he signaled. But
your leader. Oh, I thought it was Shotgun. Never mind. The leader is Tenacious. Asylum second. What happened to closing? Did he pit again? Oh, Shotgun just gonna go in the grass and go to the back.
yeah, one car is just dropping back to the back.
Must have been
13 car
well.
all the way in the back. Closing soon. Must have been a lap down. Probably got the wave around.
Probably was, and it was unfortunate. That's a good point. Unfortunate unluckiness for him. So
he pitted early. Yeah, he pitted early, so it doesn't make sense.
Annihilator said that tough first race this season. Fifth Constant making some big moves here.
4 car on the wall.
Fifth Constant up to third, and since closing soon, got lapped down there, and that caution came out at that moment. That really is shaking this race up. You know, we see Fifth Constant back up there, Asylum's back up there, and Tenacious all back up there, Toasted as well, and then Duramax in the top 5 right now gets the wall a little bit. 10 car also up there. This could be a big patch of cautions we see here. Because, you know, we've seen
these guys are going to start getting very aggressive.
I don't know if I would count that as late race caution, but I mean, after a green flag run for a while and a caution came out, we've seen it plenty of times.
There's no holding back. They're going to be after track position, so there's no holding back. Look for some aggressive moves here.
51 to go, so I'm not even going to count that as a late race caution.
Toasted, like I said, running a very solid race in 4th right now, as Austin Dillon's looking on the inside.
Yeah, that caution was just a caution coming out in the middle of the race. It happens. Oh, Shotgun. Looks like he got really loose. Might have been a little bit wide there. Nervous wreck. Let's go right along with him. He's right behind Ribs right now.
Look like it hurt.
Well, not right along with Nervous wreck.
I noticed Rainey's had a little bit of trouble catching that apron down the bottom. did it again.
This hasn't been the dominant reigning race from last time. I mean, there's a lot more competition, so it's kind of hard to do that, but he hasn't even...
I mean, he's been good.
Been
Been in the top 5 most of the race, but just noticed he's been catching that apron.
Hasn't been his dominant Charlotte race.
Yeah.
Hasn't had a bad race. He's been caught up in a little bit of incidents here, but
3 wide for the lead. 37's gonna take it.
Nervous Wreck trying to pass Ribs right now on the bottom. See if he can get it. They make contact. Try's gonna be able to pass Nervous after that. Alright. So that's Nervous Wreck we were looking at right there. Oh, I almost... oh, okay. Oh, Ribs up towards the wall with Annihilator right behind. Nervous trying to pass him right now. See what we can do here. Nervous gets grass a little bit.
Looks like the Tenacious likes that middle line a lot. Oh, 10 car.
Oh, 10 car in the wall. Is he going to go around? He did go around. That's going to bring out a caution. Caution's out.
I think he just got loose off corner exit. I didn't see the whole thing, but he got into Duramax. Duramax kept it going.
I'm not sure if the 10 car is going to be happy about, or if the Stuart, or I don't know if Stuart House is happy about that. I mean, I heard Deeds say something like "Let's go." I'm not sure, but that was their teammate that wrecked. I don't know if he said.
Gotta remember
go,
a lot
or
of
said, oh, dang it.
A lot of these guys were lapped down because of that caution in the middle of the pit cycle.
Oh,
so
that's why Deeds is happy. Deeds actually got his lap free pass.
a lot of these guys are probably hoping for cautions right now.
Yep. Deeds lap down, Gridlock, Rainy, Frydog, and Nervous. So Deeds gonna be the free pass car right here. That's why I heard him have some excitement
Look for,
back there.
you might see people not pay here.
Yeah. So if they didn't pay here, would Deeds still get the free pass?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, green flag coming back out. Oh, Shotgun. Oh, wow. Shotgun was trying to let off there. Shotgun was trying to let off to let guys by him, and that did not work out on the high line because Austin Dillon tried to go outside of him, and he got caught up. Almost caused
I think
a wreck.
Nervous.
Nervous got caught up.
Nervous.
Too.
Yeah. Nervous got the short end of that one.
Yeah.
Cost him a lot of time.
Yeah, if you're Shotgun, you honestly have to try to race it right there. You can't. You gotta wait to get to the bottom if you're gonna try to make the move to come out. Mistake there from Shotgun. It happens. Leads your free pass car trying to get back up to that pack. We'll see what he can do. Asylum's running third right now. It's closing soon. Is he's lapped down still, correct?
No,
he's not.
he
Okay.
got it back. Went from the back to the fourth in about
Oh yeah.
10 laps.
So look out for closing soon. He's having a really good race tonight.
You've seen, I mean, these top 4 guys, you've seen them up here all night. I mean, these guys are dominant.
Yep, and closing soon was the leader of this pack earlier. Let's see if we can get back here. Track position's big. Alright. Alright, we'll see if closing soon can get it here. We got 41 laps to go. It's been a long race. It has been a long race. 40 laps to go. We're towards we're over 3/4 done of this race. Annihilator actually starting to get up there a little bit. He's actually running, looks like 7th place right now. K Rainey's lap down, making some moves for the pack to try to get his lap back. Oh, Ribs gets the wall right there.
You're going to see a lot of battling in the back of the pack. You're going to be the first car on the lead lap, so.
Yep, these guys want it. Trying to think of everybody who's lapped down. K Rainey, I believe, would be the free pass car right now. On his way up there.
Unfortunate for Grid. Just it's not really even his fault. First he gets put into pit road, and then there's a caution in the pit cycle. So he's going to be about the last car to get the free pass. Really unfortunate for him. Just things not working out his way.
Yeah, he's trying to get back up there. Rainey right now would be the free pass car, so wouldn't even be Gridlock right now. And then who else is lapped down? I don't know actually. I'm trying to figure it out.
Looks like somebody's pitting. Somebody came in really early.
Leads right there. Got past Austin Dillon.
Grid's gonna go ahead and come down pit road.
Interesting.
Interesting strategy.
39 to go. Kudos. Possibly 38 to go, but I think it's 39. Austin Dillon right behind Dirty Bees right now. We're going to find somebody else to ride along with here. Let's go. We haven't rode along with. Have we rode along with Duramax? No, we have not. Let's go ride along with Duramax. He's trying to fight. Get some good finishing position here.
I'll tell you what, this 37 car looks good.
Yeah.
Tenacious, he's looking really good.
Let's see if we can get it done tonight. Get the job done. Keep that Trackhouse streak alive. It's fine. The 19 car Durham.
Trackhouse is scary. I'm just gonna say they have a really good team.
Yeah, and they've shown
Very
it
good
early.
team.
They've shown it early. You know, honestly, I was thinking they might have been a little bit overrated early, but then turns out this season, when the season started and how they've been, nah. Believe the hype. I heard the hype and I was like, nah. I mean, you got these other good teams out here, but so far it's been a lot of Trackhouse. Duramax right now. I don't know where he's running at, but I mean, he's aiming for a top 5 tonight. He's looking like he's 6th place, just outside the top 5. We'll see if he can get that top 5 he was aiming for tonight. When do you think we'll see our next caution? Right now we got about, I'm gonna guess 35 to go, but I could be wrong. But when do you think the next caution will be? How many laps?
I'll give it like 12 laps. I mean, it might go green here for a while though. I'm gonna say 10, 12 laps.
I'll give it 8 laps. But I really don't know.
Shotgun coming out of the pit.
Alright, so that's Duramax we're running along with right there.
With about 30 to go, if you pit right now, you need to pit one more time. I think these guys are trying to split it up.
Yep, probably. I'm not. How many laps do you get on a fuel run here? Is it 17 or 20?
It's in the teens. I know it's in the high
I think
teens.
it's
I don't
18 or 17 then. So if you're looking at it right now, 9 to go on the fuel, and I'm gonna try to get a lap count. We'll see if that's pit one more time or 2 more times. It might come down to fuel strategy saving, like you said. Like you said earlier in the race, and like Kate Rainey said in the pre-race. And Rainey's trying to get a lap down, so unfortunately for him, fuel strategy is not going to work out. He's going to need caution. So 32 to go. 9 laps of fuel, so
pit.
they'll have to pit 2 more times unless they were able to save like 6 or 7 laps. And Frydog pitting there is really interesting. That seems very early, but I mean, we really shouldn't question Frydog's fuel saving antics, so.
Yeah, I think I saw Greg came in before him, and there was I think one more car came in before him.
Maybe they didn't pit before. I think they didn't pit before. Gridlock stayed out before, I believe, and Frydog must have as well.
Oh yeah, Frank, good point.
So K Rainey is trying to get his lap back behind Duramax a little ways right now. I don't think he's going to be able to get his lap back without a caution here. If caution came out now, he would be the free pass car.
I think that's what Gridlock's doing. I think he pitted. I don't think he pitted, but I think he is trying to go as long as he can on fuel to try to get a caution to come out at the right time to get the free pass.
Yeah, and they're going to have to pit 2
Big
more
battle
times.
up here for the 11 car walking, closing soon all the way down to the apron.
Try to see.
They're getting heated up here.
Exciting racing right here.
Look for the 13 car to retaliate right here if he gets to him.
Quit worrying about me in your fucking mirror then, and pass it.
That's why we love playing True Radio. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I know there's been drama with his radio in the past, but his radio makes it better. Makes it
Little radioactive right there. I think he's referring to
or fifth constant.
fifth constant. He's worrying. I think he's saying, "Why are you worrying about me? You should be passing the Nations." But who knows?
Fifth Constant running second right now. Right behind Tenacious.
I think fifth is pretty content with just running behind 37 right now. I don't think he's really trying to make a pass.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Closing soon. Coming back on Fifth Constant. We'll see if he retaliates from earlier. Closing soon usually is mature enough not to retaliate, I think, so. Oh! Fifth lags a little bit, I think. See if he actually got closing soon. He did. Wow, that's bad damage on Fifth Constant and closing soon from that lag there.
Closing soon is gonna have a lot of front end damage.
Yeah,
He's gonna have to pit, and I think he might have sped.
Oh, I think
I think closing soon might have sped right there.
he did.
I gotta speak. This guy is single-handedly fucking amazing.
Wow.
What a turn of events.
And you guys can't see it. Fifth Constant's rear end looks completely clean, but it's got a lot of damage. And Fifth Constant's got Closing Soon's got 2 seconds of damage. So that's gonna hurt Closing Soon big time. That's just gonna ruin his race. Fifth Constant coming into the pits here. Wow.
RCR might have the worst luck I've seen.
You know, you had Gridlock earlier get force pitted. You just had Closing Soon speed on pit road after getting lag spiked into. You know, and obviously that wasn't. You can't really say that was Fifth Constant's fault that he got lag spiked, because Fifth Constant really can't control that. But
well, good thing for them. The pit window's about now anyway, so it's not going to really cost them that badly.
It's
but
gonna cost Closing Soon.
It's going to cost closing with that speeding penalty.
Yep. It looks like Stuart Haas guys. These two get on good. Austin Dillon and Deeds. Bribs gets on good. Nervous wreck in his pit stall right now. Shotgun stayed out. Don't know if he already pitted or what, but they still got to pit one more time unless they were able to save a bunch.
All right, now Grid is going to try to stay out as long as he can here and hope for a caution.
See if
That's about the only thing he can do.
All right, well, we need to actually ride along with Gridlock. We haven't rode along with him yet. Let's go ride along with him. So Gridlock, let's find him on the track.
Got about 23, 24 to go. Which I don't think they can go that far on a fuel run.
It is 24 to go, and they have on a fuel run. I'm not exactly sure actually. I think they get
So you might see people either run it dry and take fuel and no tires, or you might see people pit early. Should be interesting. But if you pit early, you run the risk of there being a caution, you being lapped out. So it's all about risk management here.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens here. I think there will be a late caution. My one to watch. I'm gonna go ahead and give out my one to watch. Not yet. I'll give it out after I ride along with Gridlock. Actually, one to watch. I wonder who I should even have. Closes soon. Obviously, just had that incident. Gridlock's really loose right now.
Leader is going to be Fifth Constant.
Probably put it earlier than Tenacious. I feel like we're running it all the way dry right now. Maybe not the best advantage, but I mean, it could work. Gridlock's car glitching on my screen right now.
There's advantages and disadvantages of both. I mean, if you pit like early, you'll have better tires for a longer run. But if you run the risk of there being caution. But if you pit later, you're going to be a lot slower over time. So it's just see what people do.
Yeah, D just passed Gridlock. Not in the same lap right now, but alright, so will there be a caution? I'm gonna go ahead and give up my one to watch right now. Looking at positions. Let's see here. Fifth Constant's your leader. I'm not gonna take Tenacious. You took Tenacious. Still some time to go in this race, so I'm gonna go with. I gotta go with the Silence because he's had a really good night.
That's a good pick. Very good pick.
Right now, we still see a caution. He's actually in contention still, so I'm gonna go with the Silence as my one to watch.
Silence has been in the top 5 all night. Very strong car.
And I think last week. I'm not sure if he was my one to watch last week, but I know he was up there a lot and ended up getting second place. Caution came out in the final lap. We'll see if we can get the win this week. Get something going for front row. You might need a caution to do it at this point, unless those two in front of him made a big mistake, which could happen. Get into each other a little bit, but
3-car pitting.
I think we've seen a little bit of contact between Tenacious and Fifth Constant tonight, so we'll see what happens here late. But I do think we'll see another caution. We'll see some more cautions. If there is another caution, there's probably gonna be multiple because we'll have that little patch of cautions. Guys getting aggressive.
Yeah.
We're gonna make the easy pass there.
Frydog and Grid both on pit road right now. I think if they pit now, they should be good on fuel.
Navigator signals right there. At least I think he did. I guess he did not. Nervous wreck coming out of turn 4. He's not pitting. I think he already pitted.
11 car might have signaled.
11 car has,
Yep,
he
11.
did pit. He just did.
11 cars pitting.
Yep. Thought he already pitted. Oh! Durmax gets K Rainey in the grass right there. I got that final second. I don't know if Durmax got him in the grass. I think he did. Obviously not on purpose. I'm going to try to look at that again really quick. Oh, so he's pitting for the second time already. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. Because his tires are going to be way more worn than everybody else. I think Durmax might have gotten to K Rainey there, but I think Rainey might have just got loose. I'm really not sure. We got to the camera for the very last second of.
Alright, all bets are off. All these guys in pit road should be good to go on fuel.
So that was Fifth Constant. Was that his first time pitting in this final?
That was the second. 19 car catches the wall.
I can't see myself. You can't really pit that early because, you're still gonna have older tires if it does go green. And yeah, you might gain a little bit on these guys later when they pit since you pitted earlier. But if it goes green, you're gonna have older tires. So I don't like the idea. He's gonna have to try to save a little bit of tire here. So getting down to the wire here. Let's see here. It's been a long race tonight. It's been about an hour and a half, I think. I said it'd be an hour and a half. It's gonna be a little bit over an hour and a half. And Durmax, I don't know where he's running right now, but he's running third place, but we're in a pit cycle, I believe. He's had a solid night. No, we're out of the pit cycle, I believe. So Durmax running third place, having a solid night.
There's still a lot of cars that have not pitted. They're doing the opposite strategy. They're gonna wait till the very end and then take just a gas and go.
I'm not sure with the way like this pit cycle just went. I'm a little confused. I don't know if K Rainey is. I think he's second place, but I thought he was lapped down, so I really don't even know.
So so there's two strategies right now playing out.
Yeah.
Either a lot of these guys are pitting early, so like they can go the rest of the way on fuel, and like Durmax and Rainey, they don't have enough fuel to make it to the end, but they're gonna run it dry and hope that caution comes out, so they have the track position later.
Actually,
but they're gonna have to pit again.
I got a question. You might know. Okay, so this has really nothing to do with the race, but I'm a little confused. If let's say you're playing online, and the person that you're racing with has like the all car pack where like they'll get all these different paint schemes, but you don't have that pack, so there's a paint scheme they got that you don't have. Would their paint scheme show up as their actual paint scheme on that, or would it be a paint scheme that you have? Because Durmax has a really weird glitch going on. On my screen, K Rainey's running the Bush car, like this Bush car, and on Durmax's screen, he's running the Mobile 1 car. So
on my screen, he's running the Mobile 1 car too.
What in the world? So, what? This makes no sense. I wonder if he actually ran the Mobile 1 car or the Bush car tonight. That is weird.
That's weird. I don't know.
Maybe it's, no, I was about to say maybe it's because I don't have a car pack, but Mobile 1's the basic one. This is part of the car pack, so I really don't know. Trying to get a lap down here. Durmax running third right now, but he's got to pit again. Oh, I don't know if he's going to end up finishing third, but I mean, if he does, that's the top 5 going. On your screen, he's running fourth.
They've got to be hoping for. They got to be hoping for a caution.
Yeah. Oh, Duramax almost got the wall. Gus said that on his screen he's running the Ford.
Oh, thanks, Gus. Oh, one car on the wall, I think. Somebody in the wall. Yeah, it looks like one car.
Duramax coming on the pit road along with the 34 car. 34 barely hits it. Might have sped. I don't think so, though. So we got 10 laps to go. Duramax decided to pit now, so it's really coming down to the end, and we're going to have the streams open and know who the winner is here, because this could be very confusing. So be ready for a confusing finish here if it stays green. And it might stay green. Last time when this race finished, it might have been staying green. It was just stuck.
If it stays green, I'm obviously biased, but I'm gonna feel really bad for that RCR team. They very unlucky race for them.
Yeah, I mean they've had the lag punch from fifth constant closing soon. Really, not fifth constant's fault, just the lag issue. And then for Gridlock, he had the incident where he got force pitted. I think it might have been from Toasted, which it really wasn't even Toasted's fault. I mean, Toasted at first did get tight and got into somebody, can't remember who it was, might have been Asylums, which then and then after that, fifth got into him, so I don't know. Like, that was starting to be his fault, but it was his fault, but I mean.
I think Deeds is showing us displeasure to the 11. I'm racing them hard, I don't know. Got into them a little bit.
They're side by side. As they go down the back straightaway, under 10 to go here. Leader right now is Tenacious. I wonder if he's trying to save, or I don't think he can save that many laps, so we'll see when our leader pits here. But if he wins this race tonight, that's back-to-back-to-back wins for these Trackhouse guys.
Tenacious, my one to watch. He's been good all race.
He's trying to get it done tonight. When will he pit is the question.
Asylum's is gonna pit right now.
Asylum's
got into the pit.
Car.
Pit road really clean.
Honestly, that could be the difference. If I'm being honest, pitting early, you know, it's an advantage. And with I know they were a little bit spread apart there, but that advantage could be what gets Asylums a win here.
Tenacious should pit this lap.
He has to. He's got to pit this lap, right? I mean, if you want to keep that position.
Yep, here he comes.
If you want to keep that position.
Got in the pit road really good.
You know he's probably regretting like that he didn't pit last lap, probably because Asylums.
One lap, he should be fine.
We'll
should be fine with one lap.
We're gonna watch Asylums here, see if we can get back up to him.
Now the question is, what does he do? Does he take 4? Does he take 2? Or does he just take gas?
That's a tough decision because you got to know that Asylums, he did something different. Or Asylums, you don't know what he did. There's 5 laps to go, so maybe somebody saves here and wins it, saves enough somehow, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So Asylums.
Looks like he just took 2.
Asylums
2 tires. It comes out. It's gonna be close.
Asylums has him. Asylums has him big time. Not even close, really. Or is it? No, Asylums got him.
Can you run him down?
Oh yeah, he's got him. Asylum's gonna be your leader here with under 5 to go, with 4 to go. Asylum's trying to win this thing and win his first race in it to win it. Just that 1 lap difference really did it. 1 lap pitting difference is what did it.
Can Tenacious run him down? Been good all night. These 2 cars. Making that pass is gonna be tough.
Will it stay green? It's 2 to go. I think Asylums has him. But we'll see, actually. I don't know. Low draft. I think Asylums has him.
I don't know.
Tenacious trying to run him down. And it's 3 laps to go right now. It's going to be 2 this time by. Is that enough time for Tenacious to do it here as they come out of turn 4?
Getting to him was one thing. Getting around him is another.
Yeah, and Asylum's going to take it to 2 to go this time by.
He's catching him. He's coming. He's running faster.
He took 2 tires. He's going to have... I think Asylums also took 2 tires, so he's going to have a little bit fresher tires
there.
than Asylums, but he's right
he
there.
He is there.
What are you willing to do for a win here? First win it to win it. As they go down the back straightaway, will it stay green? Into turn 3. He's going to bump him here, try to move him. He tried to move him, not going to work. As they come out of turn 4, it's going to be 1 lap to go when they cross the white flag. Side by side, almost side by side. Asylums has him, 1 lap to go.
What is
2
he going to
rookies
do?
going at it. 1 in the Pro League, other one, another really good driver as they go into turns 1 and 2. I'm nervous, and I'm just nervous. These are our ones to watch right here. Going
on
at
this
it.
end of the speedway.
He's taking the outside. I think that's going to give it to Asylum's taking the outside here. Tenacious has been good there. Into the final turn. Right there's going to do it.
He's going to get a run off the corner. Here comes all four.
Oh,
it's going to be a drag race.
It's going to be a drag race side by side down the front straightaway.
Right to the line.
Side by side. It's going to go to Tenacious, I think. I don't know who got it.
It looked like Tenacious.
I think it was Tenacious.
What a finish. He got him. I think he got him.
I'm going to see it in a second. We're going to get the official results.
I think Tenacious got him.
Annihilator wins the race. Annihilator wins the race. Annihilator wins the race.
What?
What in the world just happened? How in the world did Annihilator win the race? It's happened before.
What a strategy. We didn't even see it coming.
Oh,
where did he come from?
I tell you what. You remember earlier in the race, we literally said, you were like, maybe Annihilator's saving. He's really slow. I'm like, yeah, if he was saving this early, that would be really weird. But maybe he had some strategy going.
Annihilator.
How?
I'm going to be honest. I feel stupid. I didn't even know he was even in contention.
I didn't know either. We both didn't know. I mean, it's happened before, though. We were looking at two cars having a crazy finish, and then Annihilator and somebody else had it. But Annihilator is going to get his first win in it to win it. So, do you want to do interviews with me?
Yeah. What a race from Annihilator. Unbelievable. He was running, for lack of a better words, terribly. Or at least I thought.
I cannot believe what just happened. I really can't believe what just happened. I'm super happy for Annihilator, though.
What a game plan from Annihilator.
We might get to lock them doors now, but if you want to do interviews with me, just make sure you get in the Discord so we can do them, because that's where we do them at. So let's add Discord. Oh my gosh, add Annihilator. Gotta get Annihilator in here.
Unbelievable.
I'm shocked, because we thought we had a photo finish. But in reality, it was Annihilator. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Discord.
Where do I even join that?
Control. Go to, race control. I'll be in there in a second. All right, so
race control.
Mute the party right here. You'll see me in there. I'm going to mute the party and go over there. All right, waiting for these guys to get in here. There's Annihilator. We're waiting for closing now. Can't even believe what just happened.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Wow. Trying to wait for closing now to get in here. See if you can. Hold on, give me a second. You find it closing? There. You find it closing? I don't know. We're going to go ahead and start the interview. Annihilator actually turns the camera on, too. Wow.
Hey.
What just happened?
Big brain moment. No, I saved some gas.
Okay, that was an amazing save strategy, you know. It's funny because way earlier in the race, we were talking about, we saw you slowing down. We were like, I wonder if he's saving. I mean, there was still 160 to go. I'm like, that'd be a crazy strategy, which I don't know if that's exactly what the strategy was that early, was it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just needed to test it out. I was like, I wonder how many laps I could stretch it if I start saving like halfway through the run. And I was able to like get 2 laps out of it. So I was like, okay, if I double up here, I could probably stretch it 4 laps. And fortunately, that's what it came down to at the end.
I can't believe it because, I mean, we saw a photo finish right there. Me and Closing saw a photo finish. We thought it was Tenacious and Asylums, but really you were in front of him the whole time. We had no idea, so it was a really crazy finish. Really did come down to fuel strategy, but I can't believe you were saving that early in the race. I was like, there's no way he's saving. I don't understand why you'd be doing that, but it worked out.
I'd rather save early and learn what I had to learn then than save late and not end up getting the amount of laps I need to save. I was really worried, though, for a while because I was like 15th. Like the last car, like many laps down, and then finally we just had a caution after caution. Was able to get back in the lead lap, and I don't know, just some crazy things happened. I saw the 3 car got like smacked down pit road from an incident, and then there was a caution from that. I was able to gain like 5 spots from that because everyone was kind of like checking up or like spreading out to like avoid it. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to keep my foot in it, and a caution's going to come out here, and then it didn't come out, and I just fucking got a whole bunch of positions off that. But no, I owe a big apology to the 41. There was time after time where we were side by side and like, all right, I'm going to try to give him room. And then we were like door to door and I hit the apron and move up and like bump into him or just whoever it was, whatever number it was. There was a few people I got into and I commented on the stream tonight while you were broadcasting. I was like, tough first race. Honestly, so many people probably hate me after that. Like, honestly, I hate it for hate it for my team. I'm glad to get a win, but I did not want to get it that way. I got into too many people tonight, so I owe some apologies.
Well, you with the crazy fuel strategy, able to get it done tonight. I think Gridlock actually thought that you were the one that got him down pit road, but it was actually your teammate Toasted on accident. Yeah. He didn't mean to, but he thought it was a 38, I think. But closing now, you got any questions?
No, that was just an insane game plan by you, Annihilator. Unbelievable. I didn't even see it coming, I'll be honest. I saw you running the back struggling a little bit, or what I thought was struggling. I guess it wasn't. That was just a good plan by you.
I was definitely struggling, man. There was a few times where I was like, I have a top 10 car, I don't have like top 5 speed or anything like worthy of being in contention, but thankfully shifters work how they work, and my teammates were able to pump me up. I was so worried, man. My heart was beating really fast. I was like, oh, how am I going to screw this up in the last 3 laps? Because the 37 came out of pit road, and he was right there with or was it the 37 or the 13? I'm not sure what number.
It was the 37. They were side by side. I thought
they were running hard, and I was like, Silence, please be a teammate here and help me out. Just like run him as hard as you can. Like don't get into him, but like just try to make him use up his stuff so he doesn't have anything when he gets to me. And fortunately, we were just able to hold on. But we it started burping coming out of turn 4, so I was very thankful that we had enough fuel.
Well,
what
were we saying closing?
Did you save an entire pit stop?
No. I only saved 4 laps that run. I think the most I would have been able to maybe save was like 5 if I really wrote it down, but I couldn't save a whole stop.
So you cut out the stop where everybody else had to come. So you cut out a whole stop though.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood the question. Yeah, so everyone else had a pit with like less than 5 to go or whatever, and I was able to just keep trucking.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Well,
unbelievable.
Annihilator, I don't know if you're gonna want to do it, but you did.
Hey, I know. I said when I got my first win, let me learn the lyrics because I thought it was gonna take me a long time to get a win. Like I'm not saying these guys are bad. Yeah. I got super lucky tonight. Let me learn the lyrics so I can do it properly. And next time I have an interview, I'll make sure I turn my camera on. And I'll give you "Baby Lock Them Doors."
All right.
Or some sort of song that was requested.
I don't know. Start learning this week because.
I will. I didn't think I'd get a win this season, but I'm not gonna say anything. But the 3 guys from ENEA that switched over last season. Well, I can't say it switched over last season, but Frydog, who invited me and Shotgun, 3 people with a win this year. Frydog, Shotgun, Annihilator. So hopefully some of my ENEA boys are out there, rooting us on.
Crazy finish there. You got anything else closing now?
No, I think you're a little too hard on yourself. I don't think that was luck. That was I did not see that coming at all. I felt we were calling the wrong race.
If it didn't come down to a fuel strategy at the end, there's no way I would have been in contention though. So
you got lucky. We saw Frydog good before. We've seen Frydog before. And it worked
I had to learn from the best. Honestly, I've taken a lot of notes from Frydog over the years, but I'll jump out of here so you guys can interview somebody else. I know nobody really wants to listen to me talk all night.
All right, well, good race tonight, and good luck next week.
Good race now, later.
Thanks, guys. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, we're going to get, who do you want to get in here? Let's get Asylum was his teammate in here. I can't believe that happened. I mean,
we were calling the wrong race.
Yeah, it happens. It's happened before.
I just wish they would have like lap counters.
Yeah, I know. And like leaderboards and stuff.
Yeah, it got very confusing, but we called it from the very beginning. I mean, now it came down to fuel.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that finish one more time here. That we thought was happening. What we thought was the finish. This came out of. Yeah, I want to know how many. We can see I see Annihilator right there, really slow in front of him. Oh no, that was the end of the race already. Okay, that's the wrong replay. We'll show it in a second. Do we got Asylums in here? No, we don't. Not yet.
I think we should talk. If he doesn't want to join, we get closing soon in here.
All right, we'll get him in here. And after, we'll see if Asylums gets in here first.
Right.
Let's see here. Let's get the replay of what just happened. Of what we thought was a crazy finish. You can see I can see Annihilator up there now. But I thought he was just a lap car. And right here, I think it would. Oh, I don't really know who it would have been. It could have been a tie, honestly. I want to know the leaderboard right there. I want to see if anybody's got it. Anybody out there? Did you guys take a picture of it?
I think the 37 got him.
I really don't even know. Anybody out there get a picture of the finish? Or maybe it's on a stream, actually. Because I want to know what this finish was. gonna check really quick. Let's go to like closing soon or Gridlock's camera or stream replay here. All right, we're gonna see if there's a leaderboard here at the end.
I think it's Annihilator, Tenacious, Asylum's top 3.
Well, I'll tell you what. Despite whatever it was, top 3, 2 cars on the top 3 for Front Row Motorsports is big. I'm not sure where Toasted finished, but let's see if we can get a Toasted finish 7th. Looks like we can't get a not from. I don't know if anybody. Thank you, Dermax. I was gonna say I don't know if anybody that was streaming finished close enough to see how close they were. Let's see if we can get it from Dermax. It looks like Asylums isn't getting in here, so. Wow, it was Asylums that got it, because he had that inside line advantage.
That was 2 1,000ths of a second.
That's crazy. It looked closer than that, honestly. I wish I had a better angle at that, like the top car angle. I should have, but I didn't get it. But we'll try to get closing soon in here since Asylums isn't getting in here. Can't believe that was that close. Think about it. Would Tenacious have had Annihilator beat if he would have pitted a lap earlier? Because I think he could have had him because Asylums wouldn't have been able to hold him up as much. Asylums is not in Discord right now. He said sure, but... Alright, jump into race control. So, Asylums said sure on an interview, but he hasn't gotten in here.
I'm here. I'm here.
You got a cop. All right. So, Asylums, you get second in the night, and your teammate gets the win. Are you pumped?
As a team owner, yes, I am very happy. You know, I told him to go ahead and try to save it, and he was able to do it. And it's probably the happiest second place I'll ever have.
Well, you were barely able to hang on to getting second over Tenacious. How exciting was that finish between you two that we thought was the win?
I was trying to hope a tire didn't blow.
Well, so I'm assuming
my right front is down like 3%, and I was just hoping it didn't blow, and I didn't want to get into him, so it's kind of.
So you took no tires.
Being careful with it. No tires.
And I have a question actually because I don't know exactly how this worked out, but let's say Tenacious pitted the same lap that you did. Do you think he would have been able to beat out Annihilator? Because he would have had a bigger lead on you, and you wouldn't have been able to hold him off at all.
I mean, Annihilator was up there, I'd say 2 to 3 seconds. I mean, it's possible, but I think Annihilator had that one without having to pit.
You got any questions closing now?
You had a really good car all night in top 5. I just...
Hello, closing? Can you say that again? Closing, you broke out.
What?
You took no tires on that last stop?
Yes.
Okay. Were you debating taking 2, or did you just know going in you were going to take 0?
I pretty much, I was looking at my tires as the running went on to see if I would have enough percentage. So I was like monitoring that, and that was the decision between 0 or 2 tires.
Well, that's 2 weeks in a row now that you got a second place finish. Do you think you can get a win next week at Phoenix?
Got to break through somewhere. Hopefully it can be there.
All right, well, you got anything else? Closing?
No.
All right, well, good race tonight. Your team 1-2, very good finishing tonight. And then 7th, I believe. So, good finishing order tonight for the team as a whole. Probably going to gain some points from that. And good luck to you next week at ISM.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, let's get closing soon in here.
Be prepared.
Is he going to be angry?
Definitely not going to be happy.
I'll let you start off the interview with him. Since you wanted to get him in here. See if he gets in here. You were hoping they'd pop them tires? You would have had to have a lot of luck go your way there in 20 Game Productions. Deeds, I should say.
I'm surprised that Asylums was that confident. He said he had 3% left on his tire. That's bold.
Worked out though. To get second.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, I think Tenacious could have had the win if he would have pitted a lap earlier. I could be crazy for saying it. Maybe you have the wrong mindset, but I really think he could have because he would have been out way in front of Asylums, and then would have been probably closer to Annihilator.
Would have been close. He might have gotten there. I don't know.
That was just a crazy finish. We'll see if Closing gets in here. I'm not sure if he's going to. If he doesn't get in here, who do you want to get in here?
Grid.
Alright. Go ahead and tag him in here. Oh, Ethan is on, so he's probably about to jump in. If I had to guess. We'll give him a second. It won't let me? Okay. Oh, that's weird.
It's doing the same thing to me. You have to I don't know.
Oh, there he is. I'll let you start it off, Jake.
All right. Ethan, you had a good race going, and stuff just didn't go your way. Your perspective, what happened?
It's you put a good race together, and everything is within your control. And it seems like everything continues to go out of my control when I'm around a certain person. You can't even attempt to pass them, or else you get blocked down to the infield, and then they're known for having lag issues. So it's either pass them or ride behind them and risk getting lagged into, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm done being blocked down to clear across the other side of the track. It's not going to happen anymore. I don't care the limits that I have to go to keep that from happening, but I clearly could see that he has some internet issues. He's had them, in times past, and that's the price I pay for dealing with those blocks. I run behind him and I get lagged into, and there goes the race. Everything I worked for is that was gone.
Well, your team seemed to have some bad luck too with grid. This is just going to put you guys further in the points hole. What do you think you guys can do to maybe minimize the risk going forward?
I'm gonna be honest. I could care less about points. I don't give a shit about that shit. So it's gonna be. I'm gonna go and take what's mine, and I'm gonna race people a little bit differently. And if they don't like it, they can stick it. That's about all I have to say, to be honest with you.
Katarina, you got anything?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, where did you end up finishing?
I think 11th, 10th or 11th. But yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I probably should have finished a little bit better. But I'm gonna go before I say some things I shouldn't. Thanks.
All right. Yeah, you can see Closing soon. Very unhappy about what happened earlier in this race, and I think if you guys watch the race, you know exactly who he's talking about. I'm not gonna say the name, but we would know who he's talking about. But
Closing soon. Always a class act. Love his personality.
Well, who should we get in here next?
Up to you. I'll let you pick.
I'm gonna go with. We'll get Deeds in here. That'll probably be the last one we do tonight. Might get Tenacious in here. We'll see. But you wanted to get Grid in here, so we might actually get Grid in here as well. Don't know if Grid's gonna want to get in here though.
Yeah.
Hey, Deeds, you got a copy?
Hey, I do.
Where'd you end up finishing at tonight?
4th place, baby.
Well, overall, would you say you had a good night tonight or just an average night? What was it?
Had a good night, man, but freaking the whole top 10 was kind of sitting on pit road, and it lapped Rainey, it lapped me, it stuck us all a lap down, and something happened in front of me there, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody got in the wall, and it actually, Grid was actually the car. It was the free pass going to get it, and he avoided, and I went up the middle, and I got my lap back. So and then Grid stayed out on that one to get his lap back, and Randy never got his lap back. So yeah, man, I'll tell you what, they're coming. So I pitted after I ran 5 laps on my new tires. I pitted and took fuel only, and then I was tracking them guys down. I let Fifth Constant go around me and just followed him for a while. Shotgun was pushing the hell out of me. And there at the end, coming to the line, I was running 5th, and coming out of turn 4, Fifth got the apron, and it gave me 4th place. So, and I knew those guys in front of me there, and I knew their tires were real bad. So, if it had been another lap, I think I might have had something there. But hey, I got a top 5. That's a win for me against these guys. So everybody ran pretty good tonight. There was some lag happening in the lobby. I saw Fifth lagged into Rainey right out of the gate, blew him back from front row to last place. And not sure what happened there when Grid got force pitted. I seen it happen. I knew there wasn't going to be a caution come out for it, but that sucked, man. So, but hey, it's a racetrack. Things happen, and we'll go to ISM next week, but I got a top 5, so I'm happy. I mean, my car didn't get any damage all night long, so actually it did one time. I think Rainey scrubbed the wall in front of me or something, and he got into me and spun me, and I got 3 seconds of damage. So I repaired it, came back out. When I got the free pass, I started dead last again. You know, you start in the back of the field, so pretty happy to get up there to 4th place. I mean, there's some talent out there there's some real talent out there, and worked my way back to 4th, so I'm pretty happy about it. And then I don't know, but I'll tell you what, I know that Trackhouse had the points lead. I know Tenacious got 3rd place right in front of me, so I mean, I feel like that was a big win for Stuart Haas to get up there. AD, I think he brought it home in 8th. Rainey, I think he got dead last, so don't know what that's going to do about the points, but I did my part, so I had a hell of a time.
You got anything closing now?
No, I just want to say it was a good race by you, good game plan. You know, we're consistent all night, so good race by you, and way to close it out. Top 5.
Thanks, Jake. And I'll tell you what, man, I hope you had fun in the booth tonight. I know you were going to go and spot for the team there, so I hope you had fun up there tonight. I know Cohen probably needed a little help there for the 200 laps at that race tonight. It was a long race. I mean, that was a long race. So I'm happy it's over, and we're going on to ISM. And Grid said he's going to be jumping in the booth here. So with that said, good job tonight, everybody. Whole field. There were some people that drove a little rough, but you know what? I think that they're finding out real quick that they don't have any friends out here when they race everybody like that. So that can either get better for them or that's going to get worse for them. So we'll see. Still got 2/3 of the season left. So.
All right. Well, good race tonight, and good luck to you next weekend at ISM.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Jake.
Yep.